up right away in the first inning. Maybe caught Rizzo a little bit by surprise.
Yeah, a lot of time when you prepare before the game with the scouting report and they don't give you that pitch, which I doubt it. I believe that they go over that, but at the same time, if it's a pitch that he don't throw often on the game and you get to see it for the first time, a lot of times that's what can happen. It could be a little bit.
With 2 down, bring up Giancarlo Stanton cleaning up tonight, playing right field. Stanton off to a solid start. 264 and 14. Takes a breaking ball on the outside corner, down and away for a strike.
Not hearing right.
It seems like he's feeling more comfortable at the plate. Seems like he's seeing the ball better. Got to his average to 260. So, which is good to see that.
Good swing, fouled straight back.
Welcome. Yankees, Royals, first inning right now. Donaldson is on. Rizzo officially struck out. I mean fishy.
2021 strike calling trends. Tighter on the inside corner, fewer lower strikes. In his 9th major league season. Hitter-friendly umpire. They get 2 hitters in the booth.
A good umpire will be neutral.
Oh, man, John.
Neither hitter or pitcher friendly.
4 games, and every umpire has been a hitter friendly. So I don't know where those umpires were when I was a player.
No. Up to 2-2, down and away.
See, it's great to see Salvador Perez basically giving the Carlos the confidence to say, I want you to bounce this ball. I want you to throw this ball on the ground. I know that as a catcher, you have to be ready to be able to block that ball.
Yeah, so they're City Connect jerseys by the Royals. They're not the normals, but they're what I actually like. Unlike most.
Will be on the move from first base. Here comes the 3-2 to Stanton.
Fouled away, hit the top of the ball. That's what happens when you get on top ball right there. You pound into the ground.
Garrett Cole pacing in the dugout, coming off a dominant performance.
I'm interested to see how well Garrett Cole does today. Just saying, after we caught a video he was cheating his last start. He had pine tar on his pants, back on his butt. Another foul ball, so they have made him throw a lot of pitches this inning.
Just a good way to stay alive when you're at bat. When you're capable of staying alive and being able to foul that ball. Count 3-2. As a hitter, you have to be looking for a fastball. Can't be any fastball. Can't be a fastball in the middle of the plate because Giancarlo Stanton.
I will check the chat here in a minute.
They can make you pay.
So payoff pitch coming to Stanton. Donaldson walked to Yankee to reach. This is Hernandez. No, not Felix. It's different Hernandez. If I'm right. Yeah, it's Carlos Hernandez. And why is Stanton even flinching at that? It's never near the zone. Why do the Yankees continually do that? Swing at pitches that are nowhere near the zone, never near the zone. Yikes. Take a look at tornado damage out in Kansas. My goodness, destroyed the building. It's got to be an EF4 at least, not EF5. The whole big-time brick building just destroyed. The roof shoved in. That is going to be hard to fix. I'm going to retweet this one.
But our commitment to getting you safely out of it, that never will.
By the way, an expert that trained me went back, looked at all these tornadoes to check if I am right on their rating and found out at least half of them are rated wrong. He said at least 8 EF5s were rated EF4, at least 12 EF4s rated EF3, etc. He even said one was rated EF5 is actually EF3, which I'm not sure which one he's talking about there.
Their car's advanced safety system, so features like automatic emergency braking will work properly. All right, all finished. Wow, that's great. Thanks. Stay safe with SafeLight. Schedule now.
SafeLight repair, safely replace.
Which is brought to you by TikTok. It starts on TikTok. Nicky Lopez leading off with Merrifield playing second base, hitting second. Andrew Benintendi, one of the.
We'll see how Cole does here.
Salvador Perez going to clean up. Carlos Santana playing first, hitting fifth. Hunter Dozier, DHing. Bobby Witt Jr., #1 prospect in all of baseball.
He's no longer a prospect. Bobby Witt has played too many MLB games to be a prospect now, and too many MLB at-bats.
Hitting ninth and playing right
Everyone takes 120 at bats to remove that. He's got about
See
150.
the numbers on the season. It'll be his 5th start. 1-0. The ERA at 4. Walked 8 and struck out 21. Take a look at our pitcher scatter report, Carlos, on Garrett Cole.
As I was saying in my live, I have some balls like this that are actually dead balls. This is one I hit today. That's a dead ball. And I have the others that are regular balls. I don't have any live balls. I could not get a live ball. But that is a dead ball. It is completely different. Harder leather, bound looser. When you hit it, absorbs impact. Stuff like that. Nicky Lopez leading off. 236, 605 OPS. That's a ball. That's a ball. Much more control than Cole usually has over his fastball start of game, though, so we'll see.
Numbers for Lopez playing shortstop. Mondesi, their good young shortstop, has a knee injury. He's going to miss some time.
Yeah,
So
that's
Lopez-
down Broadway, 96. Just whiz down Broadway.
Well, a lot of times
do a
when
check
we look
here.
at these matchups on paper, you would say, okay, Garrett Cole coming off a dominant performance against
Judge
the
sitting makes no sense to me.
The Royals, they've had trouble.
I have no clue why.
They don't hit a whole lot of home runs, only 11 on the year, which is 27th in baseball. It looks like a good matchup on paper.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, honestly, I think that at the same time, as a pitcher, you have to understand that you're facing a big league lineup. So even though they're not playing well, you know what? The Royals always find a way to play good against the Yankees.
Which
Gonna be an easy
is
out.
fishy. It's not the way baseball works. Either you're a bad team or you're good. You can't just play good against a team. That's not the way baseball works. And the Yankees destroyed him yesterday. We all saw. Gallo in left, Hickson center, Stanton right, Donaldson, Falefa, Torres to cancer, Rizzo around, and DJ is DHing. The Yankees are playing Torres to set up a trade. I've been told by multiple sources, including front office personnel with the Yankees. That's what they're doing. They're trying to set up a trade. That's why Torres is playing, but they do plan to trade Torres. And another ground ball right to Falefa. 2 quick outs. It's 5 pitches, 2 outs.
Take a look at our game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the New York Yankees.
I am checking out draft stuff. The draft is now over. They're doing the free agent signings. And I'm kind of paying attention, kind of see who's going where, you know. And,
Feel that wind gusting from left to right
yeah.
as the fans here in Kansas City bundled up.
Seems like anything going to right field is going to take off.
2 down, bring up Andrew Benintendi,
Just
one of the hottest
checking.
hitters in all of baseball. You see that batting average at 391.
Just a little bit fishy going to Kansas City batting that high.
Swung the bat well for the Kansas City Royals.
He could fit that lineup, gives him a little bit of lefty pop, but yeah.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. You look at
How fishy is this one, guys? Salvador Perez is averaging 158 games a year. Why can't Judge play that? Or get 160? Why can't Stanton? You're a 38-year-old Cam. Why can't they?
I think Garrett Cole would probably say, you know what, in a big spot, I'm going to stay away from this guy.
Here, Mike Trout said his dream was to play for the Yankees. There's a strike. Good slider there.
Benintendi is a good athlete. You know, he's a guy that can play well in the outfield, and at the same time can put really good quality at bats. So we'll be to see how he faces Garrett Cole.
Off the end of the bat,
Up the middle, it's going to be a perfect first on 9 pitches for Cole. 3 ground outs.
For Garrett Cole. We're scoreless in Kansas City. We'll be back for the second.
I have got to do this. Oh, it's not what I wanted to do.
Isn't it strange that with all of us in this giant Sirius XM house with like 100 bedrooms,
Live recording studios.
This guy said something and it immediately backfires.
There better be hot
What the
water
heck
left
just
in it.
happened?
Oh, I'm gonna be late for my show. It's Red Bubble time.
Where did that go? Oh. To his college center, somehow not signed by the Dolphins. That one is a little bit fishy.
Carefully crafted.
I think the Dolphins would jump all over that
Blue
one.
Moon is one of a kind. Something this unique could hang in a gallery, but it looks best in our signature glass. Blue Moon.
John Lynch double down. Debo Samuel saying that's what's happening there.
Go deep with BetMGM. Live betting from the first pitch to the final out. Money lines, run lines, totals. Boost your payoffs with parlay boost and cash in on every
9 pitch. Dominant first from Cole.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I
And everything going on the ground is a good time for Cole. When that happens, he tends to get a lot of strikeouts, tends to dominate the game.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Benintendi is one of the names I could see potentially traded this summer, but the Royals love him. He's just extended him, by the way. And the Royals want him to be a mainstay.
Chevrolet.
Left to right.
De'Aaron King is not even eligible. He's signing with the Patriots. They cheat again.
Coming back to Kansas City. We were down on the field and you were breaking it down for me. Wind blowing out left to right. You know exactly.
Check back
how
over
this
here.
ball plays.
Welcome on to the channel. Like, subscribe. Like the video, share the video out. Comment. Subscribe to the channel. Helps everybody out. There's the Royal. There's the Lion. One of the best mascots in sports because the mascot actually pertains to the team. Unlike the Jazz Bear, I'm not sure what the Bear has to do with the Jazz.
Happy to have you.
Carlos Hernandez back on the mound. His ERA still over 6. Here's Torres, somehow played 18 games this year. You got the bad batting average and bad defense. Way outside, that's a ball. That's a foot out of the zone. Again, if you saw my video today, I posted my third in about 5 days, third this week, and me whacking a bunch both sides of the plate, proving I was a switch hitter. I still am. I have good power on both sides of the plate. Not like MLB power, but yeah, good power. I would probably be rated about 65 in MLB power, I think so. The games. Having nerve issues here. I've got a scar there. That's nerve issues, so I can touch you all the way down here, and I have to press on it like this.
The 24th pitch coming for Hernandez.
And a foul ball. Good cut from Torres on a 2-0 pitch. I've stunned judges in the lineup. That is surprising. If I became commissioner, I would ban resting players just to rest them. You'd have to have a 100% legit reason to rest them, like an injury or something. I'd mandate every starter playing 160 plus games. Driven down the right field line. Foul. It had home run distance, oddly enough. Wow, the bat didn't think it did. Now 2-2 count. Torres swing started looking a little more level, a little better.
But here you see Glaber coming through.
Glaber. Torres' own dad said that. My aunt from Panama. Same area as Torres, though he's a little bit further north. That's an E sound. There's no E sound in that. Glaber is better pronunciation out full count. The Yankees do not have a hit early on this one. No hitters going that I know of yet.
Talk this entire season that he's going to have to sit somebody every day. He's got.
No, you do not have to sit somebody every day. Set a starting lineup. That's how they got going. And there's a base hit to left field by Torres. That'll jack the batting average up probably around 230. Probably 222, 223 actually. You're looking at his average 214, yeah. 214 at the highest, I think. It says 228, so I was right. So
able to keep his hands back and being able to hit the ball to left field for a base hit.
First hit of the game for the Yankees, second base runner.
Good start for Torres, and that'll bring up Aaron Hicks.
By the way, the MLB themselves has labeled my company as the fastest growing sports reporting company out there. Third fastest by NFL. The NBA has me second fastest. ESPN has me sixth fastest. So and here's Aaron Hicks.
Newest addition to his family.
High, but called a strike. That looked high to me.
Strike one.
Congratulations to Hicks and his wife.
Oh, one pitch. In the dirt, 1-1. Hicks always has long at bats, averages over 5 pitches per at bat, one of the leaders of baseball.
Good changeup. Down on the way.
Joey Gallo on deck. So that's one thing I don't like is having 2-year lefties back to back. They should have left in front of Gallo if you're going to do this. Or Hicks between Stanton and Torres. Split them up. 1-1 way high.
Changeup misses up and away.
See, as a hitter, you have to be thinking right now. He threw me 2 changes in a row. There's no way he's going to throw me another changeup. I'm gonna look for a fastball. I'm gonna try to put my A swing on this fastball.
And that's outside 3-1. Don't be surprised if Hicks draws a walk here. And if I am Hicks, knowing this pitcher has missed his zone 7 of the last 9 pitches, I'm not sure I'm hacking. Actually, 5 of the last 7 pitches. I can be right. I'm not sure I'm swinging here. Unless it's down Broadway.
You gotta look for a fastball here.
Same thing Beltran just said. I might turn like that. Square back up. There we go. Way up and in, and it is a walk, and the Yankees have a rally going in the second.
First and second, nobody out. Gotta bring up Joey Gallo to the plate. Manager Mike Matheny looking on.
The rally is on for the Yankees in the second. They look for an early lead. Then the Yankees undefeated in the air. They score first.
And now the Sun got guy in first, guy in second. Joey Gallo coming to hit. It's a good opportunity right here for Joey to stay in the middle of the field with Carlos.
You can see Salvador Perez out to have a talk with Hernandez along with pitching coach Cal Eldred. I always felt when you came into Kansas City or a situation...
It's the second walk of the game for the Yankees. Of course, Donaldson walked in the first. The Yankees draw a lot of walks. They tend to win.
Against a team that's struggling a little bit. It just makes the rest of your night so much easier. You kind of put them to sleep a little bit. An opportunity for Gallo, who's been swinging the bat better lately, to get a big hit, get the Yankees on the board.
You're right, John, and I agree with you.
They are going to be banning those gloves Torres is about to put on next in the fingers. They're going to be banning those. I'm not 100% sure when. That's why I haven't reported anything. I want to know when before I report that one. If you are anywhere near Des Arc, Arkansas, take cover now. Tornado's been spotted in your area.
This is a guy that the Yankees brought to this lineup to do damage.
Yes, Gallo is. This is the at-bats they brought him for. If he could even hit the 2-run double, that's what they're paying for right here.
Royals have the shift on 3 infielders on the right side for...
Well, I'm thinking of doing a video of me hitting balls where I imitate a bunch of batting stances. Way down and in. Man, is that Keizo bouncing around. At the bottom of his Clerba Gallo's waist for a while there. Must be some wind in the ballpark. Yeah, the water in the fountain showing wind.
This is a big ballpark, right? Dimension-wise. I mean, 387 at the gaps, over 400 to center field, but the ball has always carried well here, especially when it heats up.
Exactly, and I agree with you. In the summertime, this is a ballpark that, even though
the ball will carry well in Kansas City. I've been there twice. 3 times, actually, and I've been in the ballpark twice. But the wind is whipping. The wind is whipping. You can see it on the fountain.
Let's put one in the air. See what happened.
Well, when you think back to Joey Gallo hit a long home run at Yankee Stadium going the other way.
I'm watching on MLB.TV. Watching MLB.TV. Gallo waiting 1-0 pitch, and now we're starting to see like rain falling or something mist in the stadium, and he swings over one. Man, the center field camera is off. It's fuzzy as if it's wet. This could be annoying.
One of those guys that basically stay in the middle of the field. He have to think more toward center field and let the ball, just dictate where it wants to go.
K-zone is not going to be useful in this game with this wind. Way inside. It was inside. Clever the left-handed batter's box. In Gallo's batter's box. So 2-1 count. If I'm Gallo, I'd be fine taking a walk or juicing the pads for a Kiner Falefa. Hicks batting 277 still. Gallo 153. This is the kind of pitch right here where you can kind of start to sit on one. Okay, now we got a little bit of a different angle there for center field. That was weird. Hammered to right field. And it's a base hit, and that is the type of at-bat they brought him to the Yankees for. Does not get a run in, but does.
So he's able to advance to third. Bases loaded. Nobody out here in the second.
Just another good at-bat.
Good single for Gallo. That'll jump the batting average up.
Shoot it to right field, and this is what I was talking early, John, about keeping the line moving. And the Yankees are doing an amazing job right now. Bases loaded, nobody out. Kiner Falefa coming to the plate.
The Yankees set up for a big inning here in the second. Kiner Falefa batting average at 311. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to short. Could be 2, 6, 4, 3.
That's the kind of a bat you cannot have. That's a cancerous at bat. Yankees take the lead, but that JIDP screws over the inning. That's a cancer at bat right there. That kills the team.
First pitch, just a little bit up front right there. Soft grounder to shortstop. They turn the double play. Kiner Falefa is one of the guys that really run well down the line. But you got to give credit to the Kansas City Royals. They were able to turn the double play and keep the game alive and close.
Well, Mike Matheny looking on. You'll definitely trade a couple of outs for that one run, trying to stay away from the big inning. 2 down, it'll bring up Jose Trevino. Getting the start behind the plate tonight, catching Garrett Cole, and we should remind you that Trevino was behind the plate last outing for Cole against the Guardians. Now, Aaron Boone talked about this matchup before the game today and said, don't read anything into it. This is a night off for Higgy.
So the Yankees score first. They are 8-0 when they score first on the year. They've yet to hit a home run. They're 2-5. They do not hit a home run. 5-6. They do not score at least
John, and this is the right way
5 runs.
For Boone to address, this catching situation. You don't want the people to believe that Trevino only is going to catch Garrett Cole and he's not going to catch Higgy. Trevino looks real good in that game in New York versus Cleveland. So I feel that this is a good opportunity.
Trevino, a chance for base hit to make it 2-0. Bounce it, and the Royals cheat their way out of the rally. By the way, another note, that makes the Yankees 7 out of 11. They're scoring at least 1 run when they juice the pads. The IKF with a cancerous AB there. Cancerous AB.
Hey, you know what I say to all the other Titans attack?
I get days actually out pretty well. Pretty good day yesterday, pretty good day today. Had fun at the park, whacking baseballs. It's always fun. Always feel better after I do that.
Into millions of spaces, and that must be why Apartments.com is the center of the rental universe. Tippy tippy toe, tippy tippy toe. That's a big turkey. Wait a minute. There's one.
I don't like these stupid ads.
How many of these guys are there? Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
Carson Strong signed with the Philadelphia Eagles as an undrafted free agent. I thought he was drafted by the Patriots.
It's a you and her.
The Dolphins just signed a punter, Tommy Heatherly, expected to sign under a unrestricted free agent, undrafted free agent.
That's why I started Roman, to make it simple to connect with.
Gonna pop that up, leave it.
To find a treatment plan that's right for you, so you can get back to the relationship that you deserve. Roman.
You can't have at bats like IKF did, even if he beats that out. You just cannot have the bats like that. You absolutely have to have a hit there.
Turns out everyone does sound better in the shower. And it turns out the General is a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years. For a great low rate and nearly 60 years of quality coverage, go with the General.
Just checking something here.
Because we know no 2 guys are ever alike. Good fading, great texture.
Bad tracker. If you're in Colfax, Illinois, Aerosmith, Illinois, Ellsworth, Illinois, you're near there, take cover. There have been tornadoes spotted in your area. This is not a drill. Take cover now. I thought I was trying to Weather Channel. Never did it. I post the warnings and such. The TheKingSource weather and just post about warnings and such. Do videos about that. Thought about it. Haven't done it. No hitter going in Texas. Braves have no hits through 3, it appears. They're in the top of the 3rd and still no hits.
He has a lot of speed, and he brings very good tools to the game.
Phillies already have hit. Mets do not in a second there. So no hitters of note yet. Cole has a 1-0 lead deal with. Remember, Yankees are 8-0 this year when they score first. Perez batted just 217, has 5 runs and 6 ribbies. That's a ball. That's a ball. Why is that center field camera moving so much? That is weird. The other cameras aren't shaking like that. That's grounded. Off IKF. That'll be an error. That'll be an error.
Yankees, who have had a 13-game errorless streak, looks like
Unbelievable how bad IKF is today.
Is a great defender.
Clearly an error there.
Understand that ball was hit extremely hard.
You don't have the glove down the way you did. You have the up, so when it bounces up, you knock it down if you don't get it.
So 13 straight errorless games.
Yankees cannot break their record due to IKF of most straight games without an error. Yankees hold that record at 13 straight. Next closest is 11 by about 12 teams. There's a strike. Okay, they steadied the center field camera a little bit more here.
And then Salvi Perez last year, a breakout year with 48 home runs.
Versus Arizona Table 14th against the Blue Jays. They won that game, by the way.
Against the Blue Jays.
It's one of those 2 games they won in that series. That's in the zone, but called the ball. Bad call there.
John Carlos is one of the guys that the Kansas
Carlos
City
Santana is when you get into double play.
He's hit in the middle of the lineup. Expected to have a good year. Unfortunately, a lot of times, you know, when you don't start the season the way you expected, you start thinking about a lot of things.
That ball carrying, as you can see, the wind helping. Looked like a routine fly ball that Aaron Hicks ended up.
That's an out. Don't worry, it was an out. Hicks had to play with that because of the wind. There's a tear out there in the center field fence. That was weird looking. Yeah, there's a tear out there in the center field fence. That needs to be fixed. Get some tape on that.
The ball was going to be not in the warning track, but he was able to recuperate and get there and make the out.
A little fishy went that far.
Carlos, I always felt that the visiting team coming to a ballpark, when I was behind the plate, it was such a disadvantage with how the wind was going to play. Now, we can sit here and look at the wind left to right? Looks pretty much straightforward, but you'll go to some ballparks in the big leagues where it's swirling in the ballpark. So you see Aaron Hicks a little bit surprised at how that ball took off on him.
Yeah.
This is another guy you can't get into double play. Hunter Dozier. 1-0 count. The ball does travel well in Kansas City because the direction the park is built in. It's the what do you call wind currents are going to carry the ball even if there's no wind. A lot of ballparks are built where you're hitting it into the wind, including Wrigley and the other White Sox park or Chicago park.
Staying solid, so something to deal with the rest of the night.
And a pop-up foul, 1-2 count. Can Cole get K number 1?
Three home runs, 6 RBIs for the Royals. DH.
Seems to me like Garrett Cole is in control of all of his pitches.
The 1-2 pitch.
On the mound.
Didn't swing at a pitch that's humanly possible not to swing at. Fishy. It might be a fluke. Fishy. I won't say signs of cheating because I see that more in this game.
They'll tell you exactly how they're feeling about their stuff, and I agree with you, Carlos. Looks like it's locked in on Trevino. There's the first strikeout of the night for Cole as he dots a fastball on the outside corner.
Let me tell you, Don, it's not a good feeling as a hitter when you know you're being attacked by the pitcher and everything that he throws seems like being around the plate. A lot of times, you know, you fall in the hole right away, and all of a sudden,
Garrett Cole K counter out 1 right now.
Need to survive and try to be alive.
I was the first one to do that. I'm still.
Cole had 9
So it's kind of my thing.
Season high his last outing against the Guardians. That is his first strikeout of the night.
Chance to quickly get out of this inning.
Bobby Witt Jr.
I thought Bobby Witt batted left-handed. What's going on here?
Royals playing third base.
Popped up.
Jammed and pops that one up.
Gallo or Stanton
coming in.
makes the catch. Got there easily. Inning is over. Yankees taking one up the lead into the third inning. Cole threw 2. Well, no hit. Since I'm mentioning ADHD meds, I have to agree with Bleacher Nation. Seiya Suzuki took a strike 3 down Broadway drives me nuts. But as I was saying, in ADHD, meds have had ADHD my whole life. What I found works the better for me is practicing concentrating on things.
Philips One Blade, your style made simple. Together we make life better. Philips.
It's 22 pitches or 2 innings. I'm going to take a quick break here. That's one thing I'm going to be doing. First, let me check over here. I am powerful. The park it's bigger than a Little League park, not by much, but I am very strong for my size. I had 32 of them today, if you watch that video. I was just typing out what happened in the game. It's one thing I do. So I'm going to take a break here. I'll be right back.
The official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture was submitted by Ron. He and his boys love watching the Yankees together. Great family right there. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride and post your picture to social media to reflect your love for the Yankees, and we might spotlight you in a future game.
Alrighty.
Yankees lead this one.
When I come back, as DJ stepping into the box.
And the top of the lineup, DJ LeMahieu.
I'm going to check on something real quick.
The ground ball to Hernandez, his first at bat. First pitch swinging, rolls one over. Witt Jr., one down.
John, it's kind of neutral to see DJ LeMahieu being so aggressive.
Why is LeMahieu hitting so many ground balls? He's not a ground ball hitter. He's a line drive hitter. That is fishy.
And honestly, seems like he's having a little bit of difficulties.
When I do the game live, you're gonna. One thing I've started to do is just start stepping away between innings 3-4 times, kind of reset mentally, keep myself calm, that kind of thing. Not doctor's orders or anything, just something I decided to do, try to make their lives better. Here is Josh Donaldson, walked his last AB.
Just 197 on the year, with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. You know.
So no one pitch. He checked his swing. They said he went around.
Great at bats.
Let me check on this.
I think being able to see him walking the first time, that's a good sign. Every time you're capable of walking and see a lot of pitches, there's no doubt that as a hitter, you know that you're seeing the ball decent. It's a little break there.
Take a little break there. This is upstairs, and you know what's changed so much about the game, Carlos, and you probably at the end of your career were catching a piece of this, but I look at the batting average 197 and I think, oh, he's off to a slow start, but Josh can look at numbers, right? Exit velocity, how hard he's hitting the ball, and maybe tell himself, you know what, things are going to get better. It's not all about batting average that maybe jumps off the scoreboard when you look up in center field.
You're right, John. A lot of times it's a different way how hitters measure themselves. You know, sometimes when you don't see the average there, you could go to different areas, like you mentioned, exit velocity, and you could say, well, I'm hitting the ball hard, I'm not having luck. But at the end of the day, when I play, I needed to look at my average. I want my average to be 280 at least.
I want hits, right?
Yeah.
I think back to Tino Martinez, who was one of the great teammates, and he'd be one of those guys, you'd say, hey, way to swing it, Tino. He did not want to hear way to swing it. He wanted hits. He wanted production.
You're right about that. We are looking for production.
All right, so this is good. Now coming down the stretch, April 30th, first month of the season is going to be over. Carlos Beltran, where did he was looking for his numbers to be after a month where he said, you know what, I'm in a position to have a good year as Donaldson works his second walk of the night?
Well, at least in my case, hitting in the middle of the lineup, I wanted to be around 15 RBIs. I wanted to be around 50 runs score. I wanted to be around 5 homers at least. You know, and being able to impact the team defensively, that was basically kind of like my numbers. I always focus in run score RBIs, and try to play good defense.
So his production, it wasn't so much batting average, right? You wanted 5, 15, you'd say, okay, I'm on pace to have a good year.
I'm on pace.
Let's take a look at the Genesis League leaders as Anthony Rizzo steps up to the plate. See the slugging leaders, Jose Ramirez, Mike Trout, and right behind Mike Trout, Anthony Rizzo, who's gotten off to an outstanding start. Struck out his first at bat. You can always tell the guys, you can look at the numbers, 289, 21, obviously off to a great start, but the body language of a hitter will tell you everything, right? He just took that breaking ball, no big deal, gets back in there, there's no stress. Good take there.
Yeah, as a hitter, John, when you feel good at the plate and when you're having a good year, I mean, confidence, you feel strong, you feel good, body doesn't hurt, nothing is hurting. So a lot of times, you know, as a hitter, you really want to stay in the middle of the field. I bet Rizzo right now's approach is just to see the ball, hit the ball, and try to hit the ball hard.
Check swing, he did not go. Third base umpire C.B. Buckner and the fans here in Kansas City not happy with that call.
Wow. And also, John, calls go your way when you're hitting.
Yeah, when you're hot, you're right. Mike Matheny, who got thrown out of last night's ball game, doesn't look real pleased with that call from Buckner. And how quickly it changes, right? Could have been a 2-2 count. Now it's 3-1 to one of the hottest hitters in the game.
It's a great feeling every time you put a hitter. You know, you as a hitter, you put yourself in a 3-1 count. You want to be aggressive, but at the same time, you don't want to pull the ball too much. You really want to stay gap to gap and see what happens.
Fastball misses away, so the Yankees have something going here in the third. First and second, one down for Giancarlo Stanton.
Well, the Yankees in the previous inning, they had kind of like similar opportunity. They have bases loaded, kind of Falefa hit for a grounder. Even though they score a run, you know, it was an inning meant to be like damage into it.
Stanton 0 for 1, struck out in the first to end the first inning.
It's a little fastball. You know, Giancarlo Stanton, you have to understand that this guy is so strong. He doesn't have to be perfect in order to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
That ball's drilled to right center field, and that's going to be...
There's a base hit. It's going to drive in a run. Just like come back.
Donaldson will hold at third.
No, they hold him at third. The base is juiced with one down.
And one of those line drives that the base runners have to freeze on a liner.
The second time Yankees used the pads today.
Loaded again here with one down in the third.
They scored 7 of 11 chances for this one.
So hard, man, as a runner. This play right here.
That hoop it, you get it at Big Five Sporting Goods, costs about $75, comes a couple balls. I got it at DI for like $8.
Donaldson basically was hanging
They have balls.
between third and second base,
sure where
and
they're
already
at.
got the opportunity to beat the third
There's
base.
one. See? Little ball's got Jazz logo on it.
Gleyber Torres had a single in the second and scored the lone Yankee run to this point.
That's in the dirt.
Oh, the dirt, nice play by Torres.
Yankees have a chance to blow this open early right here.
Career with the bases loaded for Gleyber, 306, 2 grand slams this year, 1 for 2.
See Donaldson looking back. Oh, he got it. No, he don't got it.
Yeah, that's good analysis there.
There's very little you could do after you basically...
Donaldson wasn't sure what was going to happen with that ball.
Thinking that ball is going to fall.
So a 1-1 to Torres, singled his last at bat. Check this swing and pitch outside 2-1. With the hit by Stanton there, he's now got a 267 average, so his average is starting to go up. Started to go up. Donaldson's average is up to 197. He's walked twice today. Yankees have 4 walks. They are 9-1 when they draw at least 4 walks.
Early in this one, 2-1 to Glaber. That misses up and in.
And a chance for an RBI walk here for Torres.
Doesn't get much better than this situation for a hitter.
If Hicks on deck, walked his last at bat. So they start with a Rizzo walk, or Donaldson walk, then a Rizzo walk, then a Stanton single, and that's going to get you in a mess every time.
That you can drive. Understand that you have another pitch.
Gets underneath.
And that should be a sac fly. Make it 2-0.
Isbell that settles underneath it. Donaldson is going to score easily, so a
So 2-0. Torres.
The Yankees take a 2-0.
The RBI.
Maybe not the result that he was looking for right there. I got to see on his eyes that he really wanted to hit the ball out of the ballpark.
Yeah, I agree with Beltran there. It looked like he wanted to launch that ball and just missed it. I hit a couple like that today, and they got out for me. By the way, in that park I was hitting in, to kind of put in perspective with my size, I mean about Aaron Judge size in Yankee Stadium, that park. And Kaufman, really. So here is Hicks as a walk. If you could find a gap, you can make it 4-0. If you can hit one out, you can make it 5-0.
62nd pitch from Hernandez coming. A check swing. Ball 1.
Ball. So Torres, 1 for 1, the single and RBI, run scored. That is RBI number 9 for Torres. So quietly, good bit of RBIs. Counted up as a bat, so his batting average is not affected. And that's hammered down the right field line and caught. No, where did it go? Camera's not showing it. Umpire signaled foul. It looked like Santana caught it. That was weird. That was hecka weird.
What do you tell the pitcher as a catcher? Like, what are you telling him to focus on?
You know what? You try to slow him down, and you can see.
So 1-1 pitch.
Plate, you know, like encouraging and maybe going a little bit slower with the signs. Because with young pitchers, it gets going quick. As Rizzo takes off the throw to third.
Rizzo was in there, but they're going to call him out. Rizzo was clearly in there. Because of a high throw, Rizzo's foot was on that bag before the tag. Watch closely on this replay. In there.
Close play right there.
I would have gone in feet first. Why did he slow down? Or hands first? You look at that. On the bag, he's safe.
See Bobby Witt Jr. applying that tag.
He's in there.
That was a perfect throw. Right on the money.
So the Yankees had an opportunity. They added.
So that can make Hicks leads off the next inning.
For the bottom of the third.
See if Cole go out and dominate another inning. But the Yankees now 2 for 2 today when they get the bases loaded, scoring at least a run. They're now 8 out of 12 on the year, so 67% chance they score at the load the bases this year. The MLB average, if you're wondering, is only about 55%, so that's well above the average. I believe that leads baseball as well.
What's wrong with action figures? Nothing. Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies. Whoa, I look good in miniature. Capital One Shopping. What's in your wallet?
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not.
Oh.
I have one.
Whoa.
People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
And the Yankees, excuse me, are 6-6. They do not score first. 9-0 when they do, so keep that one. Or 6-6, they score less than 5 runs. 9-0 when they score more than or 5 or more. So keep that one in mind. No website's playing its game again with disconnects from the servers. Drives me berserk. If we have it set up, it should never disconnect from the servers. At some point, I'm going to buy my own servers, make my website onto my own servers. There we go. Let's update that, make that one the main one.
Looking for a little bit of history tonight. On demand, plus MLB Big Inning and select pregame and postgame coverage. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Third Cole back out to work in a first pitch.
Good pitch from Cole starts the third.
Isbell leading off the third inning. pitches for Cole, now 15 strikes.
Pitch. That's just off the plate if it was. Can't really tell if this angle.
Just Garrett doing a real good job attacking the strikes.
By the way, with my videos, you are seeing it live. I'm not speeding that up. You're seeing me hit 20 plus home runs an hour, basically. I hit 31 in 52 minutes today. 32 in 52 minutes. That's right down Broadway. I had 2 streaks where I got really hot. Like I had once where I got 9 home runs in 9 swings, 10 and 11 swings. Another one where I hit 7 and 10 swings where I got really hot. That really helped today. There's a little bit of a struggle about because I lost my swing twice. A little weird. And by the way, if I throw the bat down, means the swing hurt. And I throw the bat down just so I know when the swing hurt on the video.
Slap the other way. Joey Gallo had him.
Right to Gallo. That's an out.
John, and I agree with you, and a lot of times that's what you expect from your ace, right? To basically go out there and give you an opportunity to win a ball game, score a few runs, because you understand that he's going to be a guy.
By the way, if the NBA goes to 32 teams, the Sonics will be the first to get a team.
That's what ace do. You know, Cici Sabathia did it great for many years, and I can mention others.
I'll just throw that one out there if anybody asks me.
Roy Clemens, Andy Pettit, you know, they basically took them out and compete.
Oliveira's first pitch swing.
That's a foul ball.
You bring up a guy like Roger Clemens. I felt like not only when you walked into the clubhouse the day he was pitching, you were winning that game, but you felt like he was going to elevate everybody else. It's like if you didn't raise your game to another level, you were going to be left behind. That is an ace.
My pleasure. I love what I do. I just wish I could get it making more money. If I get to 4,000 watch hours, I will get a bump at what I'm making.
0-0, and he's yelling
A big
at the
bump
starting
up.
lineup, I just need one single run to win this ball game.
And that is up the middle. IKF has it. And Rizzo dropped it. That's going to be an error.
Would have been an amazing play and a great effort by Kiner Falefa.
That's going to be a second error, I think, on Falefa. The ball beat him, so it has to be an error by rule. Yeah, the ball beats him, so that has to be an error. That could not be a hit. They're screwing Cole over there. That's got to be an error because the ball clearly beat him.
Really good first baseman, and Mark Teixeira is a guy that comes to mind. They make it look
Wow.
so easy. You expect it every time, and it's a lot harder of a play than they make it look. Back to the top of the lineup, Nicky Lopez digs in there from the left side. He's getting back to Roger Clemens. The 1 year that I was with him as a teammate in New York in 2003. I didn't catch him a whole lot, but I had to go long talks with him before the game. And if you didn't hit him square in the chest from 250 feet away, he would be giving you a look like he was not happy with what you just did right there. As Gallo settled
Gallo with another out.
foul territory. I wasn't even going to play this game, right? And I felt like I better be ready for long toss with this guy or I'm going to be left behind.
No, what an amazing guy.
Let's say Torres wouldn't have a ghost of a chance at making that play.
You know, every time he took them out,
IKF got the ball there, but it was wide, so Torres or Rizzo had a hard time hauling that in.
an opportunity to win that ball game, and he did it for so many years. And
Everybody
did it
praises his show Ted Lasso. I've never seen an episode of it. I'm not interested because I don't like Jason Galifianakis. Chance for a dominant and quick third from Cole.
0 for 1 with a ground out tonight.
That's barely high if it was. Oh wait, Cole's ERA down to 3.48, so he's starting to get back down to ace stuff.
Unfortunately, this year only hitting 132, but this is a guy that you can't fall asleep, even though if he's hitting 132, because he has put real good years in previous years.
Just doesn't look right, right? You think of Whit Merrifield, you think of a guy who's going to have a high batting average, playing in his 488th consecutive game tonight. So the Iron Man in today's modern game, 488 in a row.
So 2-0 pitch here. And now he wastes a pitch. What's the point of that? That goes 3-0 because he wastes a pitch. A 2-0, you just blow it down Broadway.
Back to his normal position at second Garrett Cole behind in the count 3-0.
This is a good test as a hitter when you're facing one of the best pitchers in the game, and I know he's struggling right now. He doesn't feel good at the plate, but this is a good test because a lot of times this is what you need. Sometimes a hit from the best pitcher in the game.
And now an illegal walk. 2 of the pitches were in the zone but called balls. So a blatantly illegal walk forced on Cole.
Not what Garrett Cole was looking for. Is now
It's his own fault for now throwing down Broadway on 2-0. No reason to waste a pitch there.
Oliveira's taking his lead off of second. Merrifield is lead off of first. All of a sudden, the strike zone has gotten away from Garrett Cole.
That's not possible. Cole knows his stuff too well. That is literally impossible.
There's 2 outs. I just need to find a way to get a hit and give the Kansas City Royals the opportunity to tie this ball game.
Garrett Cole takes a little walk off of the mound. 6 balls in a row.
Checking this.
Benintendi, when he was a young hitter with the Boston Red Sox, would wear out that green monster in left field. So we're going to be seeing that for years. Now trying to get himself going again here in Kansas City.
And 2-0 here.
And the count 2-0.
Now 3-0. This is literally impossible. Veterans like Cole know their stuff too well to ever lose his own. This is literally impossible. This has to be rigging right here. This has to be rigging.
Sometimes like they can swing the bat. Other hitters feel like they need to take a pitch just to put themselves in a position where they can see a fastball.
See if he has the green light. 3-0.
2 straight illegal walks. The bases are illegally loaded. It is literally possible for a pitcher like Cole to lose his own. Literally possible. He knows his stuff too well. This is rigging. Close up in New York City is Nauvoo, Illinois. Excuse me, Chicago, Illinois. I did go there once.
Those teams right now, like Garrett Cole, has basically lost the strike zone.
A veteran like Cole cannot lose the strike zone. That's literally impossible. This has to be on purpose to rig the game. First illegal hit, there actually was an error.
Get him back into the strike zone, get him locked in again.
John, as a catcher, when you were in these opportunities right here, let's say base unloaded, do you end up thinking as a hitter or you end up thinking a lot of times as a catcher?
No, I'm thinking as a catcher. I'm thinking obviously match up with Perez. What are the numbers telling me first pitch? Is it going to be aggressive? Also, I got to get my guy back in the strike zone here, probably with an off-speed pitch. We'll see what he goes with. First pitch, little slider down and away.
There's one, and that ends the inning. So Cole squeezes out of it. What was I doing? Yes. Carlos Beltran is actually a little painful to listen to. People mentioning it. Yeah. He's a little painful to mention too.
Trim it above the natural bend. Cut it long or short, nothing in between.
So 3 scoreless from Cole.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally
Our
easy.
co-host today. He said mittens, my tuxedo tabby. You can see why she's a tuxedo tabby. Look at her chest. Looks like she's got her white shirt on and her suit on, huh?
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Bottom 4, the Orioles yet to have a hit. Red Sox, Nathan Ovaldi not going to no-hit anybody. So keep an eye on that. It's the only game where a team doesn't have a hit left. Down. You're the co-host. You're the co-hosting.
Determined, committed, willing to take on whatever's asked of you. That new day is yours to own, yours to shape, and yours to be proud of. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
See.
Truck month, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2022.
Another sign for the Dolphins, Ty Clary.
Against the San Jose Earthquakes. Coverage presented by City MD.
The offensive lineman at 6'5", 314. See if he does anything.
Yankees lead this one 2-0, top of the 4th inning.
James Empey to the Cowboys. Dolphins should have signed him.
For the Royals, and that one error for the Yankees ends that 13-game errorless streak. Yankees have had a lot.
Carlos Hernandez back on the mound. For the Yankees coming up to the plate, it looks like Hicks, Gallo, and Falefa. Trevino, if anybody gets on the top of the order. Trevino has gotten suspiciously cold. He was raking it out, just got cold. I know that's not the way baseball works. Usually you'll see that coming.
Hicks will lead off. He was standing
That's
at the plate.
outside.
Rizzo got thrown out.
And we're not live anymore. MLB.TV is acting up again for no reason at all. And that's a strike. Got it back.
Carlos, one of the things when we get into this part of the game where you...
By the way, I'm getting the third most views of any sports channel on Twitter. I will create other channels when the time comes. I feel it's right. Like one for baseball, one for basketball, one for football, that kind of thing. Like John Boy has. But that's probably years down the road. Right now I'm just trying to build up, make money with it.
A lot of good feelings offensively.
2-1 count on Hicks, who walked his last at bat. One of 4 Yankee walks.
You want to tell your hitters to be calm.
Yankees only left 2 hitters on base. They've had a bunch of them. Count the walks and hits. It's at least 7.
Seems like the Yankees have been doing that. And honestly, you know...
Tie and away. Like it says 5 left on base now. It just changed. It's weird.
Unfortunately, they haven't been able to really...
It's not showing an RBI in the for IKF on his GIDP to score a run. That tells you how they score those. And again, that reminds you of that error. Reaching on an error should be an unofficial at bat for the batter because it's not his fault he reached base where he wasn't out. And there's a walk. Walk number 5 for the Yankees on the day. And the Yankees are 3-0. They draw at least 5 walks on the year. Most they have drawn is 8, so they're on their way to maybe topping that. Most of baseball is 8. But the Yankees are 3 of their teams thus far. No hitter through 4 with Nathan Eovaldi.
I agree with you, John, and everything started in New York against the Guardians. You know, they put a real good series over there.
Okay, for my top source, a Cubs exec, they have no interest in Danielson Limit. He's too injured.
They seem like they're seeing the ball well. They see like they understand that all I have to do is just do my job and let the guy behind do their job.
So here is Gallo, 1 for 1. That hit pulled his batting average up to 167. Gets another one to be above 180. Let's see Gallo get hot. Way high, 2-0. Now if you're Gallo, you're sitting fastball. You're sitting fastball all the way.
A lot of stress on the starting pitcher when you walked guys and now the sun, you know, nobody out. You have
Gallo, Donaldson, the only Yankees batting under 200 right now. They just need to get those up above 200 to be a lot more respectable lineup for the Yankees.
Change the outcome of the game with one.
Tanner Falefa is still over 300. That's wide. This could be back-to-back walks to start this inning.
The pitch count now at 71 for Hernandez. And pitching out of trouble.
See what he does here.
Pretty much the whole night.
Tanner Falefa grounded double play his last at bat.
Another hitters count for Gallo, 2-0.
Carlos Santana is one of the worst defense first basemen in the game, average offensively. And I think I just fell behind. Nope. Bullpen phone's ringing.
Just Carlos right now hoping for a ground.
And I dare any of you to go out to the ballpark and try to hit home runs in just a Little League ballpark. See how many you hit.
Gonna check on Hicks again.
I don't think Hicks is going anywhere here when you got a pitcher that's struggling to hit the zone. I really don't.
High Amps getting it ready in the bullpen quickly.
No, she's usually calm like that. I'm not sure what happened yesterday.
And veteran move by Perez coming out to the mound, giving.
Yes, I'm a musician, pianist, organist, and vocalist. Looks like the world's hitting the pen soon. Throw that one out there. Definitely looks like the world's hitting the pen soon. This guy was supposed to go 88 pitches. He's at 71 right now, so.
Also, Salvador giving
That's
Carlos
15 more than he threw his last outing. That's why I say 88.
of confidence, just pounding him on the chest.
I'm trying to do a lot of stuff. I'm educated people to ever meet.
Just trust yourself. Just be around the strike zone.
It's a 2-0 pitch coming to Gallo.
The 2-0 to Gallo, and that misses down.
Well inside 3-0. And if you're Gallo, you're not flinching here. You're taking the walk. By the way, Gallo has hits in 8 of his last 9 at-bats and 10 of his last 12. So he's starting to get the batting average up there. He's just a lot of 1-for-4s, so his batting average is jumping.
Carlos Hernandez has, potential.
They normally would when you get that.
To be
you do that.
a good pitcher, has velocity.
3-0 pitch, and if I'm Gallo, I'm not flinching. It's a strike, and I'll agree.
It's all about time. It's all about.
And now, again, if it's not in the zone, you don't flinch.
He's given up 3 hits. He has walked 5 and is in trouble here again in the 4th inning. Salvador Perez peeking down at Aaron Hicks, who has
Braylon Sanders to the Dolphins, another wide receiver for the Dolphins. And that was way outside to call the strike. Are you kidding me? You can't be helping a striking pitcher out like that, Blue. That's way out of zone. He's called that a ball every time this game till that one.
Top of the strike zone.
Not even close. Gallo's legally on first, Hicks to second there. Should be back-to-back walks to start the inning.
I didn't like that call.
That'll be a 3-2. We'll see if Aaron Hicks is on the move. He is not. Little
A check swing.
to the left side.
Gonna be hard to get him. They do not get him. An infield single for Gallo. Hicks to third.
John, a great hustle by Gallo, but even a better play by Aaron Hicks. Just running hard to second base, passing second base, looking at the throw. Once the first baseman was not able, Carlos was not able to catch the ball, he took it to third base. Great heads-up play by Aaron Hicks.
So that's going to be a hit for Gallo.
Well, the Yankees set up again here in the 4th inning. First,
It's identical to when they scored a hit on for the Royals in the bottom of the last inning. It's got to be a hit for Gallo. It is. His batting average 180. And IKF swings over the top, one never in the zone. He's got a chance at a ribby.
So that'll be an infield hit for Gallo.
Basically gets the ball and plays ribby with Hicks' speed.
Goes to third on the throw.
No homers for IKF, but he has 5 RBIs, a 704 OPS, so pretty good numbers. A 306 average.
Opportunity for kind of Falefa. Man on third, less than 2 outs.
And he fouls off another pitch he shouldn't be swinging at.
Quickly behind in the count 0-2.
The kind of Falefa chasing first 2 pitches. As a younger guy, this position sometimes, man on first, man on third, you're hitting. A lot of times you get caught up in trying to do too much, and all you have to do is just stay within your game. Trying to hit the ball to second base.
Can IKF get this ribby?
0-2.
Way high.
Well, the situation changes all the time. You see the 5 walks, a career high for Hernandez. Get an opportunity to drive in a run if you're kind of Falefa, but you get behind in the count 0-2. You got to find a way to put this ball in play. Situational hitting at bats, and
that's driven into center. It should be a sac fly.
Field, Isbell settles underneath it.
And will be, and it's 3-0 Yankees.
And a nice productive at bat for Isaiah Kiner Falefa, who has impressed all year.
John, after falling behind,
Hasn't impressed today till that. Gallo made that possible, poking that single.
To put himself in 1 and 2 and drive the ball to center field for a sacrifice flies. I take that at bat.
It's been the difference, right, Carlos? If you think about the Yankees last year, maybe the situational hitting not where they would have liked it. Kiner-Falefa has given this Yankee lineup a different look, more contact.
Here is Trevino.
Situational at bat right there. So 1 down will bring
So
up
3-0 Yankees down for Cole. They scored 1 run in the last 3 innings. There's a swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
And an official MLB scorer told me that should have been an error on IKF. That second error on IKF. That should not have been a single for the Royals, but is what it is.
On your ball club, Kiner-Falefa has really bring that to the New York Yankees defensively and also offensively. He's doing a great
Trevino
job.
takes it up and in. 1-1.
You know, Carlos.
Trevino's a better catcher than Gashioka. Gashioka needs to go. I hope the trade for Contreras goes through. Oh, there she is again.
You were in the middle of the lineup. You were a switch hitter. You were the guy that we always talked about. We're not going to let him beat us. But it's guys like Kiner-Falefa who are hitting 7, 8, 9.
Knew it.
In the top of the lineup.
1-2 count.
When you go down,
It was a strike.
the bottom of the lineup, you know, your mind is not there. You don't really put attention, and you end up.
I don't know how Falefa's OPS fell under 700 when he got a sac fly. I should actually raise it because he got an RBI, which helps out the OPS.
It's gotta be hard.
That helps out your slugging percentage. OPS combines slugging percentage and batting average.
Every single inning.
And Trevino strikes without swinging at a pitch miles out of the strike zone. Why do the Yankees keep doing that? For IKF, it's the 6th RBI of the year. By the way, there's no reason to even flinch at that. That is never within a foot of the zone.
Chasing that slider.
Okay.
Just one of those swings.
In this inning, I'll take another break.
You
Go
don't really see the ball well,
cool
but
myself off a little
you're
bit, and I gotta go check on my phone.
to swing to that pitch.
Well, you can see what Mike Matheny's trying to do, trying to stretch Hernandez.
Bernie Williams, he was a prospect, came out, visited Salt Lake because he was playing a minor league game out there. And I met him and he gave me a Yankees hat. And that started it. Also, my dad was a Dodgers fan, and my dad, so I picked the team he hated the worst. And LeMahieu swinging at pitches he never swings at. This is fishy.
Looking at the Kansas City Royals,
This is fishy. Are they forcing him to do this? Yeah, you can do this on purpose.
manager.
It's easy to do.
That has a lot of presence. He's a manager that is the perfect manager for this type of ball club. Even though this division where the Royals are playing is a wide open division.
So 0-2 pitch.
You know, a lot of times, you know, you need to have the
And
that perfect
fouled
manager
away. For a second, I thought he missed it.
that is there every
It
single
was
day,
fouled
having
away.
conversation with the younger players. And
I also met Andy Pettit once when he was rehabbing at the AAA team and visited
Well, you
out
played
west
for
here.
Mike in St. Louis.
I play with Mike, I play against Mike, and I also play winner ball against Mike Matheny. So
And I remember that was Salt Lake or Colorado or something, but he visited out west, and I met him
tell you,
then.
man, what a grinder.
So 0-2
you know?
pitch again to LeMahieu.
You know, he wasn't like
Another
the
foul
hitter.
ball. These last two swings look more detailed than Mahieu was, but a little bit slow.
Behind the plate, he took so much pride on calling the right game for that pitcher that night.
Great defensive catcher, great reputation, working with the pitching staff. And you're right, offensively, maybe
It's moist.
wasn't what middle of the lineup hitter. They're trying to redo it here in Kansas City, and he's the man trying to lead them.
Goodwin to do it. He's the best man up Hosmer, Stakis, Gordon, all of them to do it.
LeMahieu battling behind in the count 0-2.
Another foul ball. This got to be annoying the crap out of Hernandez.
So good
Telling you.
with his bat, being able to foul pitches, being able to stay alive. 2 strike. That was a good pitch by Carlos Hernandez. Carlos Hernandez have to be thinking, you know what, I make the pitch to get that guy out, and all of a sudden, you know, he find a way to battle.
4-1 Brewers over the Cubs. Another 0-2 to
Do
LeMahieu.
it again, another 0-2 pitch coming from Hernandez.
Oh my goodness, very high. That'll move Gallo to second. Now a base hit, score another run.
Second base.
This became an RASB at bat.
Left way up past you.
Yeah, I would say Mike Matheny's looking pitch to pitch, obviously, and fatigue is becoming a factor.
Yeah, big time fact. Remember, he threw 73 pitches last night. He's supposed to go 88 this one. I think he's either at or just above that right now.
LeMahieu with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position.
He's at 89, so yeah, that's bounced the other way. But another ground ball. A line drive to LeMahieu. Why he's hit so many ground balls? Unbelievably fishy.
Yankees add another one. They lead 3-0.
Unbelievably fishy. Wow. Yep. I do plan to go to New York at some point. I want to go to Yankees series. Don't know who they'd be playing. I just pick one. I know I'll be behind the right field seats. I try to catch a home run ball while I was there.
At Amazon,
I'm going to check who
employees
Braylon
earn
Sanders
benefits
is.
for both themselves and their families.
Surprise Dolphins are signing 3 wide receivers unrestricted free agents. They bid what Mike McDaniel's like.
We're always improving for our employees and
Man,
their
thunderstorms all the way through Illinois.
families. Can't put a price on good food.
Take cover if you're out there. Just hail, tornadoes, anything can be coming from those.
10% off top-selling brands like Sealy Queen mattresses.
So Braylon Sanders, 6 foot 195. Not that good of a receiver. I don't know why they signed him as a special teamer.
The most highly recommended bed in America. In stock for immediate delivery and get a $300 instant gift. And get 0% interest for 60 months with your Mattress Firm credit card.
The Yankees 8 sack flies tied for the most in or second most in the AL.
But I'm a little nervous.
They had none.
Big change.
But it's not. I have
First 21 games last year, so.
It's so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not.
Just clearing stuff out.
Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
I'll be surprised if he really pitches the 5th, but yeah, we'll see. Let's go check over Baltimore, middle of the 5th. Odor, Urias, and Nevin due up. It's Phil Nevin's son. Okay, I've got to refresh. Something weird's going on here.
Bring in our MLB report.
Okay. That was weird. Cole back to the mound. 3 scoreless.
Two balls over 100 miles per hour by the Kansas City Royals and 2 balls for the New York Yankees.
Has dropped his ERA to 3.43. That's in the zone. That's a strike. 1-1 count.
Is 3-0. New York Yankees.
A lot of free passes from Hernandez. A lot of traffic on the bases. Feels like the Yankees should have a bigger lead than 3-0 as Santana rolls one over. Kiner Falefa, 1 down.
1 up, 1 down. Go and get some dried fruit.
And Santana is just one of those guys that the Royals want to get going. You know, he's having a difficult season this far. Probably he will not remember when the season is over that he just started the season so bad.
One down, bring up Hunter Dozier. First pitch swinging, rolls one.
Dozier's grounded out twice.
And 2 quick outs for Cole.
Wow.
That's got to be a relief for a pitcher. His first 2 batters, 2 outs.
Hernandez hitting it in his dugout, probably going, really, guys?
For a base. A lot of times, John, when you have a good defensive third baseman as an infielder, you have to feel so confident that you could throw the ball anywhere and you think that ball will be caught.
After strike.
Strike right there to Bobby Witt Jr. And you would have to expect that Witt Jr. was going to take that strike, right? Only a couple of pitches, 2 quick outs, as we see some of the Yankee defenders. Cole looking to have an easy inning here in the 4th.
And as a
There's
pitcher,
strike 2 and
know,
came for a strikeout to end the 4th.
First 2 batters, swing on the first pitch. You know, now the sun, you know, you know that Wheat is not going to go there swinging the bat, so you're going to challenge him with a fastball.
He's gotten ahead 0-2. We'll see what he does here. Another
Pop foul out of play.
Straight back, good swing.
By the way, there was once last year they no hitters on back days.
Bobby Witt Jr. got off to
Check
a slow
it.
start, but is starting to pick it up lately in 8 games.
There was 2 on the 11th, so 2 on the same day. Well, that was the same one. It's Burns and Hader.
And the 0-2 from Cole, fouled straight back.
Cubs combined no hitter on the 24th.
John, don't let you.
18th and 19th of May. They're back-to-back days, Turnbull and Kluber. So the Yankees, first no-hitter since 98. Back-to-back days. And then they have on the 5th and the 7th as well of May. So they can't come close together. So I won't be surprised if we see them with the Red Sox tonight. No, Eovaldi's not good enough. That's hit into a right, and he's going to cheat his way on base. There is no way in heck on an 0-2 pitch to do that. There's no possible way.
Good at bat battling when he was behind in the count 0-2.
It's a fastball up in the strike zone. He was able to shoot that ball to right field. Honestly, I think it's great.
That's fishy.
To see younger guys coming through.
Your Cole just mowed the next guy down. Move on.
It's going to bring a lot of excitement to the game.
Yeah, Cole is fully stretched out. He could go 100-plus pitches today.
Impact the baseball offensively, but at the same time, he will impact on the base path with his speed.
He's a guy who stole 29 stolen bases last year in the minor leagues. We saw him involved in a play last night where he got in a rundown. See the top 5 prospects of Baseball America. Bobby Witt Jr. right in that conversation.
Green and Torkelson are up with the Tigers, by the way.
He's stolen 4 bases on the year. Has been thrown out twice. Carlos, you've been in this situation just like Bobby Witt Jr., a young player maybe thinking he's going to be the face of a franchise. There's a lot to handle there.
Oh, man, it's a lot. And at the same time, you know, you don't want to put that pressure on yourself.
Isbell hits a ground ball to kind of the left.
And ground ball in this inning. 4 scoreless for Cole.
Was able to work his way out of trouble. A young superstar in the game, Bobby Witt Jr.
The truck that's built to serve right from
over now
with Ram eShop. Search, find, and buy your perfect truck online and get delivery from the comfort of your own home. Credit approval, price, and payment calculations all made quick, easy, and safe. The keys are just a click away with Ram's eShop. Right now, during Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on 2020.
The Royals have the lowest strikeout rate in the majors this year. Did not know it.
It's a good choice all around. Like screening for colon cancer. When caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive, and I detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages.
Early stages.
Yep. It's for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk.
29,000 in the Marlins game. That's impressive.
May occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
We're in.
Now 5 no-hit innings by Nathan Eovaldi.
15歳の時、僕は夢を叶えるためにこの表を作りました。可動域、スピード、感謝。これが僕の目標でした。あなたの目標は何ですか？ MLB The Show 22 on the show. Rated E for everyone.
Remember, the Yankees had a no-hitter going through 5 1/3 against the Orioles earlier this week. Now the Red Sox have one through 5.
Mets a combined no-hitter last night against the Phillies. 5 different pitchers. And Madison Bumgarner, he is back. A 1.17 ERA in his 5 starts. Struggled a little bit the last couple of years. And George Springer, he's healthy this year. 2 solo home runs today and a 2-1 win against the Houston Astros. Joel Payamps will take over. It'll be his 6th game of the year. The ERA at 2.25.
So a reliever coming in here, Joel Payamps.
2021. He will face Josh Donaldson, Anthony Rizzo, and Giancarlo Stanton. Here in the 5th inning.
Outside. Donaldson is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. He did score a run.
Showed that no-hitter for the Mets, 5 different
Good to hit. His batting was going back above 200.
I immediately thought back to when I was playing for the Yankees and we got no-hit by the Houston Astros in the same type of a situation, a bullpen game. And I don't know how well you know Joe Torre. Played for the guy. He wouldn't yell an awful lot, wouldn't get upset, wouldn't have a whole lot of team meetings. He had a team meeting after that no-hitter against the Houston Astros, was not happy with the effort that we gave that night. And the message was very simple from Joe. I've been protecting you guys all year. Now you have to go out and show me. And it was almost like you were being scolded by your father, right? And I think right after that, we went out and won 10 of 11 games. Joe knew exactly when to say it and how to say it to get a reaction out of it.
Well, that's a great point there. But Boone has no clue what to say or when to say it.
Why he was so successful as a manager. You know, a lot of times, you know, you as a manager, you don't have to be talking all the time.
That was John Flaherty talking.
You don't have to be calling meeting all the time. You just need to.
You played for
2-2 on Donaldson.
How many managers? I mean, Hall of Famers. Is there a style that you enjoy playing for? Just a communicator? In today's game, we hear all the time, you got to communicate.
I think it's important, John. Communication is always important. You know, when you're dealing with players, you have to understand that every player has a different.
Hammered, picked up a third, and another fishy ground ball. Oh, he beat it out. That could be a hit or what?
Routine ground ball to third with Junior, a high throw, and Santana, when he came down, couldn't find the bag.
Not on the bag.
Santana did a great job recuperating for that throw from Witt.
Mike Matheny and the Royals are going to take a look at this one.
I don't know why the Royals are challenging. There's nothing there to overturn it.
A high throw. And it looks like he gets back on there before Donaldson makes contact.
I can't tell.
As a runner, you got to be thinking, I have an opportunity to beat this play. And it happens so close.
From an umpire's perspective for you. I'm an umpire. The angle the first base umpire has here, he has no clue where Santana's foot is. If it's on the back or what.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner's out. Kansas City will retain its challenge.
He is out, so Mike Matheny with the replay gets the call.
This is the angle that will show it. Oh, he touched the foot or the base when he came down the first time. But the umpire had no way of seeing it. When his foot first hit the dirt there, it's grazed the bag on the way down. Not surprised. Here's Big Riz.
All right, let's get back to
I love seeing him hit number 10 right here. He's on pace for 64 home runs right now.
Find a way to communicate with your players. You know, in this era, back in the days, maybe when we come up, managers didn't really talk too much. Yeah. And then really,
Oh, something great about my home run videos I posted, me whacking the ball. I never realized I was moving my leg, doing a leg kick. I thought my legs were stationary, just all up, upper body swing. Weird seeing myself actually take a leg kick from, excuse me, both sides of the plate. Good cut from Isabel foul it away. Rizzo's over with a walk, batting 280 with an OPS over 1,000 still.
Some of them were very quiet, some of them were very vocal. But at the end of the day, I really love when the manager approached me and were able to have a conversation with me.
Yeah, we just showed that split screen right there as Rizzo gets underneath one, drives it to right field. Oliveras will make the play. But I talked to Mike Matheny about managing today's player, and he kept saying communicating. You got to show them that you care. We hear that from Aaron Boone all the time with his players. And Carlos, I think back to Sparky Anderson, who managed me in the Detroit Tigers. I can guarantee you there was not a whole lot of love given to a John Flaherty, right? It was old school. It was business. It was if you didn't get the job done, they were going to let you know about it. And the game has really changed that way.
Yeah, and it's got to be hard also the way you experience it, you know. No receiving love, no one you know, wants to go through that. You really wants to know from the manager when you're doing well, when you're doing okay, and when you're not playing well also. I think those conversations need to happen in order for a manager to build a good relationship and don't lose the respect on the players.
Oh, you gotta launch that one, Stanton. Come on.
For a strike. Bruce Bochy, one of the managers that comes to mind when I played for him in San Diego, and he would basically, his communication style back then was, I don't care what you do before the game, I don't care what you do after the game, but the 3 hours that you're playing, you better give me everything you have, and if you do that, we're going to be fine. Other managers, it was different, right? You know, Sparky Anderson, you had to be on the field for BP. You had to be dressed the right way. So,
Brinkley in Fargo, Arkansas, take cover now. You have tornadoes in your area.
Bruce Bochy, you would expect he would get there eventually, as Hyans has a very good
Haynes. There's nothing to make an ice down in that.
Looking, Yankees lead 3-0.
As electric vehicle driving becomes quieter, so do our tires. Electrified Hanguk. Hanguk Tire, official tire of Major League Baseball.
At Amazon, hourly employees earn benefits that support themselves and their families. Benefits like healthcare on day one and up to 20 weeks of fully paid leave for new parents. But that's just the start. We're always improving for our employees.
Alabama 6, Torino's batting against Yovaldi. Still no hitter for Yovaldi.
I was super nervous to have this conversation about experiencing erectile dysfunction. I didn't want her to think for a single second that it had anything to do with how much I loved her, how beautiful I think she is, because it couldn't have been further from the truth. And what started as a conversation that I was super nervous to have ended up being one that I couldn't be more grateful that we did. It just unlocked a whole new level of trust and intimacy. Just be super open, super honest, and it's going to be an amazing conversation.
Tri-State Audi dealer today, and this is going to be Carlos Beltran, a young Carlos Beltran with the Kansas City Royals, getting it done, going the other way, hitting left-handed, also getting it done on the defensive side of the ball. Sweet swinging Carlos Beltran from both sides of the plate. Garrett Cole,
and that's a strike from Cole.
Here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Not live again. Got a big. There we go.
Just the conversations that we have about hitting, you know, it's hard to forget those moments as a player.
And that's a
having him around and
ball.
having him the conversation.
Beltran with only 5 switchers all time to get 400 home runs. That's George Brett in the booth with him right now.
I appreciate all the conversations that we have together. You were a motivation for me and helped me out a lot throughout my career.
And that's
You're
a
one
ball.
of the greatest Royals ever. He really was. When he was here, and I remember when you were a free agent, we had the little dog and pony show trying to get you to come back. And who did you sign with? Who did you sign with instead of us? The Yankees? Or did you go, where'd you go? The Mets. You went to the Mets. Remember we had the dog and pony show?
Suspiciously wild, Cole again.
We had the big Carlos Beltran.
Signed with the Yankees. Signed with the Yankees.
Yeah, you signed with the Yankees,
yeah.
Well, just think, if you
Well,
were,
but
if
you guys
you would have signed with the Royals, you'd have been doing this for the Royals right now and not living in New York.
And you guys won the World Series.
Right. And you would have been a part of that. You would have been a part of that.
Fortunately, it didn't happen, but let me tell you, man.
Ground ball. That'll be an out.
With the Yankees, it was a great time also.
Yeah, you were a great player for us and represented the organization very well. And I found out you were in town. I didn't know you were doing this. And I had to come by and say hello.
Thank you, George. I appreciate you coming by. Honestly, all my respect to you, and thank you for
5 1/3, no hit innings from Eovaldi.
Thank you.
Love you.
I love you too, man.
That's George Brett. And they just made a great point. If Beltran signed the Royals over the Yankees, he would have had a World Series with the Royals.
Mike Sweeney started that hunt. Yeah, he did. He started it. And I remember he said, come up and give me. I said, Mike, just shake my hand. Don't give me a hug.
Just got a link here. I'm checking it out. Give me a second.
That's what you get from people like that. Mike is such a great guy, you know, a great teammate.
Why is Gallo out of the game? Why is Locastro in left field?
The right way for such a long time. So
Way too early to play in a defense game thing.
with Mike. Mike was great.
I think he's going to do all right.
I think he's going to do great.
I think he's going to do great.
Doing great.
And give my best to Coney, too, when you see
Definitely
him.
will. Definitely will.
Local guy in Kansas City.
Oh, yeah.
This is amazing, right? We have a Hall of Fame in the booth. Just
5 2/3 no-hit innings for Romeo Baldi.
Sure, I get to sit and listen to you guys talk. I love it.
So 2 pitch come from Cole here. Could he get strikeout number 2? Fishy low amount of strikeouts, but dominating. You're way down to 3.22. Has a chance to get under 3 today if you get a 3 more scoreless.
1999,
Right.
when they did the celebration in Cooperstown.
Right.
Remember that we went and played in Cooperstown.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cepeda.
Right.
got into
Check
the Hall of Fame
swing.
deal
Right.
That year, so having that opportunity to be around you.
I'm going to send a message here.
Yeah, and then having the opportunity to get to see you guys. I mean, it was my first year in the big leagues. You know, you're not thinking about Hall of Fame. You're not
Okay.
thinking about none of that. You just want to basically.
I'm sending a message out to my sources right now. I'm just checking. This is Fishy.
God was good with me. He gave me a long career. But at the same time, I really remember those 6 years and a half that I played for the Royals. And honestly, these guys.
I saw nothing of Gallo in running anything that told me
Forever, too. Wasn't it 30 minutes straight sometimes to you? Yeah.
he was hurt or anything like that.
But how about having somebody like George Brett around you as a young player every day? I mean,
amazing.
This has to be a defensive move, and it makes no sense.
When you're young, you don't really know what you're doing, and you don't really know a lot about.
That's in the zone called a ball. That was a strikeout for Coles. You did get a second K.
History, you know what he did as a ball player, what he did for the Royals. He's the most loved player in the Kansas City Royals, and honestly, coming to the ballpark, and I look around and I see.
That's a 2-out single.
You know, that's when you're relevant to the game of baseball.
Well, how many years did you play?
I played 20.
20 years.
20
Okay.
years.
How many hits you?
27 something.
How many homers?
430 something.
He's Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer. I'll see you in Cooperstown.
Thank you. I hope I can be there. I hope I can.
Remember, Beltran's one of only 5 switch hitters all time to got to 400 career home runs.
George
I'll
Brett,
buy
the
you a
great
beer.
George
How's
Brett.
that? I'll buy you a beer.
That would be amazing, George.
1999 Baseball Hall of Famer.
Brett, one of the few guys to win a batting title in 3 different decades.
I wouldn't treat him.
The
any
70s,
different
80s, and
than
90s.
anybody. I'd look for the first fastball I thought I could hit and swing at it.
See? And he became a Hall of Famer. He had over 3,000 hits doing it.
Hard, because I didn't think a lot, you know? I just went up there and swing. I see too many guys taking pitches. Oh, it's not in my zone. It's not in my zone.
George Brett finished his career.
You know where your zone is after a while.
3,154 hits, 317 home runs, 1,500 RBIs. Just great numbers all around 857 OPS. Because he didn't think his good first pitch he saw, he put it into play. Why can't more hitters do that? That's the way I played.
No, it would have given me too much information.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to go out there basically dumb and deaf and go out there and just play the game.
And a ball. Waste of a pitch.
That's all I get. Interesting.
Garrett Cole is in about 63 pitches, if I'm right. 64 pitches.
And I said I'd try it for a month.
And he's got us hitting quickly, and then he should be able to go 2 more innings. We're up 7 scoreless.
30 years and all of a sudden I'm back taking
We check.
jumping on planes.
A hit for the O's. It is over.
I mean,
In the 6th inning, no hitter is over.
Curveballs, or fastballs, 18% curveballs, 22% sliders, so they'd be up there doing math in their head during the at-bat. You know, well, he's throwing me 2 fastballs in a row, he ain't gonna throw another one because that would be, you know. And I'm going, just see the ball react and try to put a good swing on it. And I didn't get along with the players that well. I was the bad cop, you know. I was the one that was telling them that I didn't think they were doing a very good job, and the other hitting coach was saying, hang with them, and so they all went to him, and no one came to me, so I said,
So once you count, you're looking for another strikeout to end the 5th inning and make this an official game.
Look at this. Look at this outfield. Look at this. 4 guys in the outfield.
Cramps for Joey Gallo.
I guarantee if they did this to me, I could hit 600. Because I could hit a ground ball to shortstop or third base anytime I wanted.
Well, the whole left side.
I wish that you could do that, couldn't you?
Well, a lot of times I end up pulling the ball to second base for a ground out.
But you could. If they put up a defense like this for you, Carlos, you would have moved off the plate 2 or 3 inches and just hit a ground ball to shortstop. That's all you have to do. And I don't see a lot of people doing it.
Let's see what happened right here, George.
And Benintendi, early in the season, they put the shift on him. He would do that. He would just hit a ground ball there. You got Sal Perez coming up next. You're down 2 runs. Or down 3 runs. You got 1. Sal could go deep. Tie the game up.
2-2 pitch from Cole.
Just hit a ground ball over.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, inning over.
Oh, well. George, we can't thank you enough.
Okay. Hey,
Great
to see you guys.
Thank you for coming by. Love you.
Great George Brett.
How does a business reach peak performance? Faster communication, easier collaboration.
It's now an official ball game.
Teamwork. That's
Getting a little more from sources here. Give me a second to check it.
Performance technology solutions. And who do they choose to help them? Mitel, making communications and collaboration seamless.
And with a cramp, there could be a muscle tear in there because it could feel like a cramp.
And win at the highest level.
So,
The most important calls in baseball and in business.
if Gallo's long-term injury, Benintendi would be an immediate target, the first target.
So, are you excited? I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
It's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Go deep with BetMGM. Live betting from the first pitch to the final out. Money lines, run lines, totals. Boost your payoffs with parlay boosts and cash in on every punch out and big fly. Sign up today and your first bet is risk-free up to $1,000 with bonus code BIGFLY.
Mitel, making communications and collaboration seamless so businesses can stay connected, engage customers and fans, and win at the highest level.
So I'm dropping this one as well.
In baseball and in business are made with Mitel, powering connections for thousands of peak performance organizations.
I'm Shohei Ohtani and I on the show. 僕は15歳の時、僕は夢を叶えるためにこの表を作りました。可動域。
The slab as the Yankees battle the Royals in the series finale. Home pregame coverage starts tomorrow 1 o'clock with first pitch scheduled for shortly after 2 on Yes and streaming on the Yes app. Our Montefiore scoreboard. The Yankees lead this one 3-0. Top of the 6th inning. It'll be Gleyber Torres.
Glad we don't have to watch a Red Sox no-hitter the rest of the day. That would have been annoying, but would not be the first Red Sox no-hitter, by the way. I think there are about 7 of them, but
Torres having a pretty good night. 1 for 1, a single sac fly and a run.
Cat's not in the room right now. Start the 6th inning in the official ball game. Torres takes 1-0 pitch down Broadway. Gotta hack those. I'd love to see the O's rally and stun the Red Sox now. That'd be hilarious. It's only a 1-0 game.
Those days in Kansas City and spring training and having him around, all the knowledge that he brought to the game.
Well, Tampa Bay's lost, and you get to get a game on them. They can hang on here. There's a base hit to right field. Another hit for Torres.
His hot hitting continues.
Slider by good swing by Gleyber Torres going to right field. This is something that Gleyber has been doing lately. He's been pulling the ball, but at the same time he'll be staying with pitches. The game-winning hit in New York, going to right field now, going to right field with this one. It's great to see Gleyber feeling good at the
Gleyber, and you know Torres is playing better, back when he's tipped the ball the other way like that. So, got a few tweets I want to check. Give me a second.
John, walks are good as a hitter. When you're capable of taking those walks and putting yourself in the base path and understanding
From Katie Sharp,
to the guy in the
9 sack flies, now second most in the AL.
Eric Hicks have done that.
Ahead in the count again, 2-0. Castro on deck.
Tim Locastro and Gallo spot on deck. Gallo's moved with cramping, remember. Not believed major, but if it turns out to be, Yankees are eyeing Andrew Benintendi just in case. Hearing that first from the King Source. 2-0 pitch. And a big swing by Hicks, who fouled it back and out of play.
Possible a little bit off in the strike zone.
I found something out about DJ Mayhew. He's a DH today. His career batting average is under 200 when he DHs. Without the DH games, his career batting average is near 400. What does that tell you?
Right there, and I'm reminded of George Brett, what he just told us, right? Look for that first fastball that you can hit. Put a good swing on it. Don't overcomplicate things.
Be aggressive.
2-1 pitch.
There's a lot of times, John.
I think a lot of hitters struggle because they overcomplicate it. They overthink things.
A lot of things when it comes to information, because sometimes could be a lot of information as a hitter. You have to understand who do you deliver that
Welcome all. Remember to like and share the video out. Comment on the video. Share the channel out and subscribe to the channel. Helps everybody out. It's a budding business, one of the fastest growing such businesses out there. I run it myself. All the graphics you're seeing, I did myself. I created them myself. The 2-2 pitch coming to Hicks. It's a self-made business.
2-2 to Hicks.
And a foul ball. I hate ground balls like that at second base umpire because they could be coming at you. I never got hit on anything like that, but yeah.
I was getting so much information on how to call a ball game, right? Percentage counts and pitches. And I remember catching Randy Johnson one night.
Yankees source says he's not sure but does not suspect a major injury. So, not much information there, but yeah.
What is my pitcher doing well tonight? And what is this hitter trying to do against him?
A couple more games have gone final. White Sox beat the Angels 4-0. The Mariners fell to the Marlins 3-1. Base hit for Hicks. Torres off to the races to third. The Yankees have another rally going.
Just another good at bat by Aaron Hicks. This one coming through for the Yankees. Base hit right down the middle. Gleyber Torres did a great job.
Tim Locastro, the RB opportunity.
From runners when they're on third base, you want to see them going from first to third and giving the opportunity to your team to be closer to score another run.
So Tim Locastro will get his first at bat of the night. Situational hitting at bat, first and third, nobody out. First pitch swinging, fouls that one off. And we'll take a look in the fourth inning at Joey Gallo running down the line on the check swing.
He's hustling down the line.
Look right there. He's pressed on his hip as if there's a cramp there.
Right at the bag. You wonder maybe if something happened there.
And he just said, I'm all right.
Hot shot, line drive, nice play by Lopez. One down.
How the crap does he even get near that, let alone catch it? More fishy shenanigans. And I can have a chance to screw up another rally.
Slider, little jam. Great play. I love this.
I mean, I'm told by another person in the Yankees front office that the team is winning for them. They want to look good, not for Boone. They hate Boone's analytics crap.
Same situation here. Yankees trying to add on here.
If that is an injury, that is minor. There's nothing there. Like maybe a game or two out max. Notice on the corner went out. Kiner Falefa get another RBI. Has one today with his 6th of the year. Trying to get to 7. And that's low. 2-0 count. This is where you sit on one. This is where you sit on. You look for anything in the zone and you just rock it. Pamps at 27 pitches. He's a very similar pitcher, by the way, to the kid that started for the Royals, Carlos Hernandez. So it can be easy to hit when you do that. You're going to be really similar. So 2-0 pitch coming. And he took it for a strike. It was high. If he swings it, probably a pop out. So. Two-one pitch.
Slapped in front of home plate. High amps over to first.
And Falefa wasting at bat and maybe screwed over the rally. Trevino a chance to save it. A single can make it 5-0. Why don't you put that other way, get it out of the range of the pitcher, and then you have a chance to beat it out? Hunter Falefa now 0 for 2 with the sac fly. His batting average is going to fall under 300. He keeps swinging like this.
Lead off the third. Aaron Hicks.
Here's Trevino.
Second with 2 down. Jose Trevino.
Way high.
I think he's looking for a big 2-out hit here, trying to add on.
2-out hit here would be the type that would end the game.
So far for Trevino.
And those are huge, John. Those 2-out hits, when you're capable of getting them, they lift that dugout.
The 1-0 pitch. Can Trevino come through here? And no, Isaiah kind of flipped screwed over another rally. Yikes.
Yankees lead 3-0. It feels like it should be a whole lot more.
And that is the impossible. You have a runner up there, nobody down, they don't score. That happens less than 1% of the time. Infuriates me every time I see it. IKF was to blame. LeCastro hit a rocket. I mean a rocket. It's not really his fault.
Because why not is a perfectly acceptable reason. And if it holds wine, it's a wine glass. Woodbridge, wine your way.
Yeah. That's an 0 for 3 with runner scoring position right there. Screws that over for the Yankees on the game. They were 2 for 4. Now they're 2 for 8. Yankees still in control.
When you step into a new day, willing to take on whatever's asked of you, that new day is yours to own.
Let me check this.
And yours to be proud.
Got something from the source. By the way, you did not hear, Winona Judd's mom died today. Naomi Judd.
Wars celebration. There will be a special
I'll be right back.
Star Wars themed appearances by some of your favorite Star Wars characters. In addition, the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a special Yankees Yoda bobblehead. Tickets are going fast, so make sure you get yours today at Yankees.com. Garrett Cole back out there for the 6th inning. Yankees lead this one 3-0 on Armada Fewer scoreboard. Cole threw 5 innings, 67 pitches, 40 strikes. He's going to face Salvador Perez, Carlos Santana, and Hunter Dozier here in the 6th inning. First pitch fastball for a strike.
Be right back. I'll use the restroom.
A lot of time, John, as a hitter, when you have faced the pitcher for almost 3rd time, you know, a lot of times you start thinking, man, you know what, I feel a little bit more comfortable at the plate. But with Garrett Cole on the mound, I don't think that feeling comfortable gets to you.
Look at Cole's line so far through 5 innings. Struck out 3. We talked earlier, he struck out 9, season high against the Guardians his last time out. That fastball just misses on the outside corner. Good matchup here, the veteran Salvador Perez with all that power last year against Garrett Cole.
So 2-2 pitch from Cole.
And I bet there have to be a lot of history between these two right here. Salvador Perez facing Cole, kind of having an idea where he likes to pitch.
Swing and a miss. Came right at him with a fastball.
Garrett Cole is saying, here we go, the fastball.
Look, Hayes.
Eat it if you can.
Carlos, we just had a good look at Trevino behind the plate. I love the way he gave his target inside to Garrett Cole emphatically, like, this is where I want it. These guys have something going. The last time against the Guardians, as Santana flips one the other way off the end of the bat.
BS cheating hit there.
Has been struggling. He'll take that.
Yeah, these have to be positive for Santana. Facing Garrett Cole. Little changeup, I would call it. What was that? 90.
Little changeup.
Little changeup. Being able to flip that ball to left field, get a base hit right there. That might get him going.
One down, Hunter Dozier.
There's a strike. He's grounded out twice to picking a Dozier, so he's winning into a double play.
Coming right at the Royal lineup. Quickly ahead in the count again.
Santana batting just 130 with that hit, so he's been bad.
For Cole through 92 his last time
That's
out against the
bounced in.
Guardians. There's the breakdown. An easy first inning. Had to work a little bit in the third and the fifth.
Good pitcher could end the inning. Swing and a miss, strike two. Cole's ERA 3.09. He gets out of his scoreless. This time thinking of a chance to drop that ERA to 3.
Of the time, pull the ball 24 toward the middle and 28 toward right field. For the most part, he's going to be able to pull baseballs.
Two. Foul straight back.
Oh.
One of the things I always appreciate watching Garrett Cole go about his business, if he makes a bad pitch, which he just made a bad pitch.
What's your
right
pitch
there,
coming?
You can tell by his body language. He wasn't happy with himself. To get back on track here.
That one is popped up in foul territory. Rizzo over, but it's out of play. I've been paying attention. I'm not seeing anything on Cole's pants, but I'm seeing him touch on his butt cheek down there. So I'm not going to say there's not anything there, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, left groin tightness, confirming what I said on Gallo. That could be a pulled groin, which a groin injury can take months to heal. And another BS cheating Royals hit. There's no humanly possible way to make contact with that fastball. At 98 after barely fouling off 83 the pitch before. That is humanly impossible. I'm now accusing the Royals of stealing signs. That swing was humanly impossible. There's no humanly possible way to even make contact with that pitch, let alone got a hit on it.
Fastball away, stay with the pitch. It's a good feeling as a hitter when you can.
That would have been by his bat before he could have flinched. After fouling off 83, being way behind, there's no humanly possible way to catch up to 98 there.
Being aggressive on the base pad, pushing the envelope to second base.
Royals are cheating here. Calling it out.
Stanton made a throw to second base. At the same time, John, when you cable as a runner to put pressure in the outfield, that's a good feeling.
Well, not an easy play for a right fielder, right? Has to come around, turn his body, and try to make that accurate throw. Bobby Witt Jr.
There's strike.
Fastball for strike one. Got a single in the fourth. Batting average now at 219. Extends his hitting streak. Trying to get the Royals on the board here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Second and third, one down.
Quickly has Witt 0-2.
Bobby Witt Jr. here have to be thinking toward the middle.
Fought off a tough pitch.
And fouls off 0-2.
Castro getting loose in the Yankees.
Castro warming in the pen. I don't know why Cole's 82 pitches. He can go 100 plus today.
When he needs a big strikeout. Be an opportunity here for a young hitter. See if you can elevate above his hands and get him to swing at a pitch up out of the strike zone. 0-2. They go fastball.
That should have been called strike 3. They're straight up cheating for that not to be called strike 3.
The elevated fastball might be a pitch that Cole's gotten away from early on this year.
Well, it seems to me, John, like Garrett and Trevino, they kind of speak in the same language. I haven't seen a lot of shakes by Garrett Cole.
And the 1-2 fouled off.
Foul that one away. Comes the fastball high. There's no humanly possible way to catch up to it.
Obviously, Bobby Witt Jr., a rookie. There's not a whole lot of history here. Garrett Cole trying to figure him out. Just like this kid is trying to figure out the veteran right-hander, and Trevino behind the plate trying to get on the same page with his right-hander.
By the way, by rule, he has to look at the catcher even if it's an electronic system giving him the pitch. By rule. The pitcher must get the sign from the catcher. That's actually in baseball rules.
And when you're a hitter, you're young, and you don't know the pitcher, sometimes it could play in your advantage because you're not thinking about anything. Right? You just want to see the ball and react to what you see.
1-2.
There's strike 3. 5th K for Cole.
See, John, when you can really do that, 98 on the corner, so difficult for a hitter basically to put that ball in play. And when you can get to your tank and say, you know what, I need to really pump this fastball by this hitter and throw 98 like Cole did, that's very impressive.
Yeah, the great ones can elevate it when they need that fastball. Not out of the woods yet. 2 down, Kyle Isbell up at the plate.
Isbell? Isbell. That's a strike. By the way, MLB umpires getting more training of catchers reaching across the plate. As to pay attention to what was above the plate, not the catcher reaching across, what they're being trained to do. They're trying to combat that issue. A little weird judging onto this game for Gallo. Like Stanton moved to left field. It is weird.
Santana off a third. Dozier off a second. And the 1-1. Fouled straight back. Big swing.
A lot of time, John, when you're playing the game, you're in the dugout and you see these type of at-bats, you just want that player to be successful, especially against one of the best pitchers in the game, and at the same time that will give you the opportunity to score a run or two to make this game close.
Good pitch here. Cole could have a 6th strikeout and 6 scoreless.
Well, this will be the 21st.
The second straight outing, 6 innings scoreless for Cole. 3.04 ERA. Just put his ERA right on 3. He gets this out.
Mike Matheny looking for a big hit from his club.
That's high. That was right that the Gallo injury is not serious. It's just tightness. Means he could be back tomorrow, but will be Toronto. Another pitch here. Be the 90th pitch today for Cole to try to end this 6th inning.
Cole threw 92 pitches his last time. This will be pitch number 90 here in the 6th inning. Oh, great play by Trevino. The back.
Waste of a pitch. That's not backhand. That is not backhand. That's backhand. That was forehand. The glove is already that way. That cannot be backhand.
Down and in, and a great play. Garrett Cole appreciates it.
And John, this far, Garrett Cole 56% forcing fastballs, 19% cutters, 10% knuckle curl.
There's strike 3. That was a 2-seamer. 6th K of the days. He striked out the side in the 2nd.
Change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not.
Beautiful pitch there. Nasty two-seamer. And the Yankees bats head back out there.
Home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads.
So Garrett Cole's ERA is now right on 3. Get back to his ace stuff. Bottom 7th. First and second, none down for the O's. Odor up. A base hit, that game is tied. O's could be stealing that game. The Blue Jays already cheated it to beat the Astros. They're not going to have to touch the Astros. They're somehow beating them. So about to retweet the top minor league performance for the Yankees today, pitching and hitting.
And cash in on every punch out at Big Fly. Sign up today and your first bet is risk-free up to $1,000 with bonus code BIGFLY.
A new type of pet I've just been informed of Nathan Ovalli's using tonight. Give me a minute and I can break it down.
Could hang in the gallery, but it looks best in our signature glass. Blue Moon, one of a kind, every time.
Lucky for me, there's some great golf here at the Carolinas. Whether you golf or not, Geico could help you score some great savings on car insurance.
Big pitches when he needs to. Bobby Witt Jr., fastball outside corner, big strikeout. Kyle Isbell, fastball inside corner, another big strikeout. Your All-State Mayhem moments. Mano Bolaños, his numbers, second game of the year. Top of the lineup for the New York Yankees. DJ LeMahieu, Josh Donaldson, and Anthony Rizzo.
I'm tweeting out that breaking news on Nathan Eovaldi's cheating. Okay, what was that?
3 ground balls for LeMahieu, batting average now at .310. Those games where the Yankees have had traffic all night, only 6 hits, but have had opportunities to blow this one open. They haven't done it. They lead 3-0. Garrett Cole is in the mix in that dugout. Pitching coach Matt Blake breaking it down with him. You wonder if he emptied the tank there in the bottom of the 6th. Check swing, he did not go.
This could be a diplo on the Red Sox when this suspension comes out. Expected to come out the next few days. Same type of PEDs that Lance Armstrong did, by the way. Where they get like a cocaine injection type thing, liquid cocaine injection, and it opens up pores, allows them to play better, perform better.
Isbell in center field for first out here in the 7th inning.
So 1 up, 1 down in the 7th. Yankees 9 outs away from another series win. I think it'd be their 9th straight win.
By Bolaños.
8th straight at least. If Eovaldi gets suspended, it's likely a full-fledged investigation happens on the Red Sox, and yeah.
Josh Donaldson, couple of walks, did score a run.
Donaldson's still waiting to pitch from Bolaños. Bolaños. That's got an accent on it, so Bolaños. That's a ball, 1-0.
John, I know a lot of time as a hitter, you know, you
back
see
here,
yourself,
nothing doing over here.
You know, hitting 194, you come into face a pitcher probably that has no history with.
That's bounced in.
But you have to feel good about the 2 walks.
2-0, and Donaldson, he's going to be sitting on a fastball here. By the way, Yankees have not homered today. They're 2-5. They do not hit a home run. So they don't do it very often. But yeah.
To have success.
I love that shot that we just got from the side right there of Donaldson.
That's outside, but called a strike, clearly outside the zone.
I love the way that front foot just went straight up and straight down. Were you a big leg kick guy?
No, I was a tapper. I used to tap and kind of like move forward. But the good thing when I see Josh Donaldson, he just like, he doesn't lean forward. He basically
driven out to right center field and deep. And somehow caught. That should have been bouncing around. There's no way Olivares gets anywhere near that shot.
He has a leg kick, but also he's capable of, you know, not drifting the body forward, and that's very positive. See right here, left kick, and then I'm looking at the head. If the head is not moving forward, I know he's going to see the ball better. Every time that head is moving forward, he's adding miles to the pitch.
So Don Mattingly was one of my hitting instructors with the Yankees my last couple of years. He tried to get me to do a big leg kick, but exactly what I couldn't do it. The leg would go up and my whole body would fall forward. The head would move.
It's got to be so hard, you know, like when you haven't hit that way and all of a sudden you're trying to create and generate power, a lot of times you just, you know, everything flies forward, and that's very difficult to control.
Ben Still
Just to kind of give everybody at home what it feels
to the
like.
Dolphins. Unrestricted free or undrafted free agent.
It feels like 90.
A 6'5", 300-pound defensive tackle, so a depth
It just
move.
makes your job so much harder as a hitter.
I agree with you, and it's very hard every time you're facing somebody that's
Rizzo
192 and
waiting on one pitch. Yankees up 3-0 in the 7th at full control. Melanios on the mound, and I do believe Cole will start the 7th, but it'll be a batter-by-batter thing, just like last outing.
reference like Bernie Williams, like that tapping where I tap back and tap forward. So that was easier
Just
for
because the
me
camera
to
zoomed
use.
further out for Melanios than it was for Cole.
It's really slow.
How about 5 through 7 for the Yankees? They are 5 for 5 with 2 runs scored and an RBI and 2 walks. If we can get them out. That was before Locastro. And why is Rizzo even flinching to that pitch? It'd be 3-1 count. He knows it.
When you face a guy that probably you don't have history with that guy, you want to come to the dugout and you want to share what you saw, how you saw it, if it was hard. Sometimes pitches play different.
So Big Riz waiting a 2-2 pitch. He is 0 for today, 0 for 2 with a walk.
And to have that type of conversations in the dugout are very good for the guys behind.
Bounced that one.
To the right side, it's going to be an easy inning.
They cheat to get the out in an easy inning.
Yankee hitters trying to break
So
it
Cole will
down
come out to the mound when we come back here.
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of the watch out. The 5-minute warning. The guard dogs bark. And the subtle but effective ding. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the financial watch out that gives you the options and time needed to help you avoid overdraft fees. It's one way we're making a difference.
The Marlins have won 7 straight.
Overdraft should be in your control. Not
Yikes, they're not good enough to win even 4 straight.
wallet from PNC Bank.
A 400-foot fly out for Marcelo Zuna, 105 miles an hour off the bat. That's got to make him mad. By the way, I was clocking my drives today. I hit several over 100 miles an hour off the bat. Doesn't mean much because 100 miles off the bat for me at my size is not the same as Judge, who's a foot taller and like 100 pounds heavier, 140 pounds
If you're
heavier.
experiencing erectile dysfunction, connect with a healthcare professional to see if treatment is right for you through Roman, official partner of Major League Baseball.
The Red Sox blatantly cheated their way out of the O's rallies. They're cheating to win again.
But I'm a little nervous.
The Braves fell to the Rangers 3-1.
I have one. People act
The
like
Braves
they're so
continue
hard
to
take
struggle
care
in
of
early
or whatever,
going.
But it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
But bottom 9, tied at 5 between the Padres and Pirates.
I hope being a mom is that easy.
Cubs are down 6-1 in the top of the 7th.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease, find new roads. Chevrolet.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first.
Yeah. If you're watching NBA playoffs, there's no games till tomorrow. If you're paying attention to it.
Matchup. Garrett Cole, 6 innings.
I am
5
not.
hits, did not give up a run. Walked 2, struck out 6. Carlos Hernandez, 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, and it was a battle as he walked 5 and struck out
So
3.
Cole is out of the game. Miguel Castro taking over. Cole could not lose this game, but he can win it. Back-to-back dominant outings from Garrett Cole. He's not giving up a run in 15 innings. The 2.5 really strong games. Remember that one game he gave up a few runs in the first 2 and then 3 scoreless, and then it was these back-to-back 6+. So it's about 13 in the third innings, not giving up a run or something like that. 15 of those.
Fastball, very loose arm.
9-1-2 Olivares, Lopez, and Whitfield. Castro gets
There's a
it
strike.
quickly with that 97-mile-an-hour sinker.
How the crap did that get through? He did not near hard enough to get through. BS cheating leadoff single. You kidding me?
I'll bring up Nicky Lopez, leadoff hitter, 0 for 3, pop out, foul out, and a strikeout.
There's a strike.
The Royals have speed. Third base. Just trying to create something happen. Just try to put pressure.
There's strike 2.
A lot of time, you know, as a opposing team, I mean, being the Royals right now, Gary Cole is out of the game. A lot of time you're thinking, you know, he's out. This can be an opportunity for us to make something happen for ourselves.
Slap foul.
Count stays 0-2.
There's the bullpen budget. See, Chapman hasn't worked in a while. Loizaga was in the last 2 games.
Chapman comes in, it could be wild.
Green has worked the last 2. Look up and down that bullpen. Aaron Boone has a lot of quality options.
But there,
Options,
1-2.
Also a lot of flexibility, a lot of good arms, a lot of guys that he can go to, and I bet it has to feel so good when you have a good bullpen that when the pitcher is out, the starting pitcher is out, you could go there and you can have that
Swing and a miss, a strikeout, 1 down in the 7th.
to get the opposite team out of the game.
Good change up right there from Castro to get Lopez. You look at the numbers for Castro, better numbers against right-handers, but that's a quality changeup with good arm action and good movement down and away.
That was in the middle of the zone.
1 down, bring up Whit Merrifield, 1 for 2, walking a single.
And it's got to be so hard, John, when you're facing a guy that throws 97 and all of a sudden can have that pitch with so much movement. It's hard to stay with both pitches because you have to aim for a fastball.
That was in the zone, but called a ball. Should be 1-1 count. It's 2-0, but it should be 1-1.
Angle, how he's going to be tough on righties. Righties now 2 for 16 against him with that Olivares hit to lead off this inning. Merrifield has always been a hitter who's really adept at hitting the ball the other way as he takes a fastball for a strike.
See Castro, his arm so loose. His body.
Whit Merrifield batting just 143 is heck of suspicious. Heck of suspicious.
Olivares on the move. Trevino with the throw. It's going to be late. Great jump. Second
No chance to get him.
of the year for Olivares.
That was a great
Remember,
opportunity for Olivares.
Castro's on the big 6'8" guy. He's gonna have a slow motion.
He did 1-6. Play. So as a runner, a lot of times when you are on third base and the pitcher give you that time, it's it's a great opportunity for you to steal that back.
Fastball misses in off the plate. That's going to be a 1-out walk for Merrifield.
How the crap did a walk when it was a 1-1 count? Or a 1-2 count? Fishy.
That's the way you want to get the hit by pitch.
Oh, he got hit by the pitch.
He's throwing so hard.
I hardly ever got hit by pitch, but I'm kind of a smaller guy, so it was harder to hit me.
Now the Royals have
No actuality.
man him first.
Royals have their hottest hitter up at the plate. Andrew Benintendi takes a first pitch changeup for a strike.
There's a strike.
Up and down the
Andrew Benintendi's 1 for 7 in the series. How's he the hottest hitter?
Except this man. Eric Cole was able to keep him down 0 for 2 with a
By the way, Andrew Benintendi bills as a perfect left fielder for the Yankees, for Yankee Stadium. He can handle left field in Yankee Stadium. He would be able to play defense there perfectly, and his bat is made perfectly for Yankee Stadium. There's a swing and a miss.
Castro quickly ahead 0-2.
Benintendi has been like the best hitter so far for the Kansas City Royals. So
Nothing there.
Kansas City players in the dugout, they have to be feeling good about Benintendi being hitting right here.
Another good backhanded pick from Trevino. Wow, setting up away. Castro yanking the changeup in. Another great play by the Yankee catcher.
That's gotta be so hard, John.
That's
He
just
made it
reaction.
easy.
That's just reaction, you know, just trying to backhand it, pick it. Keeps a double play in order.
You're not going to double play Benintendi. I don't see it.
Hot shot, line drive right at Rizzo to throw to second. They got it.
And they do get a double play, a line into double play. I want to see a replay on that. That's second. Now, the runner cannot tell her. He has no clue if that ball beats him or not. Especially going in feet first. Rizzo the out. That's not close enough to show me anything. Oh, I think I got him. I think they got him. They got him. He's out. Great call by the umpire.
These angles tell me that he was almost out or out.
Clearly out. Great play by Rizzo.
Mike Matheny's going to challenge the call. Play is under review.
Gonna lose this one.
He's out.
I think he's out.
That's a much easier play for Rizzo, left-handed thrower, by the way, than right-handed. He doesn't have to turn his shoulders. Just catch it, fire immediately. He's already set. A right-hander has to kind of turn back and then fire.
See, the Royals would love to have this inning back.
After review, the call stands, the runner's out. Kansas City loses its challenge.
He was clear as day out. Should have been confirmed.
Strong, accurate throw to second base. Manager Mike Matheny does not win the challenge. Aaron Boone looking on. The Yankees still lead 3-0. We'll take this to the 8th.
It's going to the 8th. Yankees 6 outs away from a big win. Keeping a game-and-a-half lead in the AL East and putting the Rays well out. They're starting to build a gap on the Rays. Padres up 6-5 in the top of the 10th now.
At T. Rowe Price, our strategic
Fly.
investing approach can help you build the future.
Brewers have increased their lead to 6-1 on the Cubs. Phillies lead the Mets 2-1 today. Yeah, they're getting hits today. Reds up 2-0 on the Rockies.
Go deep with BetMGM. Betting from
So if the Brewers win that, they're going to increase their lead over the Cardinals. The Cardinals are starting to flop. They're starting to fall apart again. More and more people are seeing the cheating in sports, mind you. Keep that in mind.
Get it. Get it. You know we're not shooting threes, right? Definitely not shooting threes.
Introducing Gatorlight. specialized blend of 5 electrolytes. Gatorlight. Rapid rehydration.
By the way, something just dropped. Debo Samuel just restocked Debo Stays shirts and the Niner store.
What's that, Samuel, Mr. L. Jackson?
Capital One Shopping instantly searches for available coupon codes and automatically applies. Just download it to your computer.
Whoa, you're my hero.
Yeah, I can tell.
You like it?
I'm good at miniatures. Capital One Shopping. It's kind of genius.
What's in your wallet?
I don't say it like that, Devin.
We always believed the welcoming spirit was...
Who hits it out of the park? Well, Hyundai wants to award a hero with a 2022 Hyundai Tucson. To nominate your hero, visit Hyundai Salute to HeroesNY.com and tell us why they should win. Top of the 8th inning, the Yankees lead this one 3-0 on our Hyundai
Just
scoreboard.
something I'm
6
checking
hits
out.
apiece, an error apiece for both club. Giancarlo Stanton leading off the 8th inning.
It seems like a Ronald Bolanos, you know.
Retweeting a video shared by the Yankees themselves of that double play is pretty cool.
To pitch and basically have done a real good job.
.71 ERA for the Yankees rotation this year. That's best in baseball by a wide margin.
He's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches.
Yankees rotation's now the best in baseball.
Two-one to Stanton. Ground ball to short. Lopez up.
Another ground out.
One down. Well, we're going to look at our exit velocity presented by Spectrum Mobile. Go to spectrummobile.com today. And we're going to look at some exit velo from last night. Giancarlo Stanton, 114 miles an hour. Gleyber Torres, 105.5. Aaron
The Rangers wearing powder blue uniforms tomorrow, if you have not heard that.
100.6. Those 4 home runs for the Yankees last night. Gleyber Torres continuing
Gleyber.
his hot hitting, had that home run last night. A couple of base hits in this one, sacrifice fly, a run and an RBI.
Average going up to 241. So even though John average is a lot of times he's not taking into consideration hitters, look at average.
Absolutely.
That was funny. McDaniel told the quarterback Dolphins drafted the first QB I'm taking as head coach. You better make me look good.
Hit the ball hard 3 times today.
1-1 count on Torres.
Which is a good sign.
Torres subsequently played by a 2-for-2 with a run and an RBI. I believe the RBI was sack fly, if I remember right.
The feeling as a hitter, a lot of times when he's not there, you could see it.
Sack fly, yes, he did have a sack fly.
The feeling is there. You see the calmness as a hitter.
As he swings at a pitch he shouldn't flinch at.
Laying off the bad pitches and swinging at the good pitches. So.
Oh, and all this rigging, I'm improving and calling out and getting leagues mad at me. Yes, I believe leagues are involved. I think it starts with the leagues. They're orchestrating it, letting certain teams cheat.
It's really slow. You can hear it from a teammate in the dugout, but until you see it.
Because you just see things in baseball, it's just not natural basketball. Football, I'm not sure that was a strike 3. I have no clue that was a strike 3.
Bolaños wanted that pitch so bad. A lot of times, John, like as a hitter, when you see a pitcher like really wanting that pitch and show emotions.
Check swing, he went. Perez blocked.
That's a makeup call. They found out why the leagues are rigging it, and it would be sent to the leagues. Do you know how much money they're raking in by knowing what the final standings or scores will be each day and everything like that? For example, if they knew ahead of time that the Mets throw no-hitter, put those bets in Vegas, they could get hundreds of thousands of dollars without even trying. And Torres went on that. the first time they got Torres out today. Here comes Hicks. Actually played pretty well today. Aaron Hicks 1 for 1, 2 walks, 1 scored. Batting 292. 1 home run, 4 RBIs on the year. He's on pace for about 18 home runs. And when I say on pace, they do calculate in a hot streak coming. They have Isaiah Cunningham getting 8 home runs. He hasn't hit one yet, and I still say that. This will be the first time in Isaiah Cunningham career he does not have a home run going into May. If he does not homer today. He'll be coming up here in a couple of batters. He will get one more at bat. I will not be live tomorrow. I will have my show on Monday. I do not know if I'll be live for the game. Still have to decide a few things. Probably going to take till the end of the day tomorrow, maybe even Monday, to decide whether I'd be live for a game Monday or not. I know they're headed to Toronto. So on a pitch to Hicks. Outside. 2-0.
Royals playing in Aaron Hicks to pull on the ground. In the
Yankees have struck out 5 times, walked 5 times. Hicks could walk here. They could have more walks than strikeouts. They have not finished the game that way this year. Two-0 pitch coming. And another hit for Hicks. Will rock to right field.
Aaron, he's saying to himself, you can shift me right now. I'm going to find the hole. Another good swing by Aaron.
Carlos Beltran is painful to listen to. I'm going to agree with people on that one.
Hard to the hole. Just jogging to third base with a perfect day at the plate. 2 for 2.
Brock Purdy is Mr. Irrelevant.
2 down, bring up Tim.
I believe he's a quarterback.
Get some news on Joey Gallo. Some left leg tightness.
And that's hit a mile high to center.
Easy fly ball to center field. Isbell settling underneath, and the Yankees go quietly in the 8th.
That might have got 300 feet to center and 200 feet out. That was funny. Getting over.
MyTel, making communications and collaboration seamless so businesses can stay connected, engage customers and fans, and win at the highest level. The most important calls in baseball and in business are
I'm going to add to my tweet on Eovaldi and add a little more information here. Just something to keep in mind.
Fully paid. Amazon has a fantastic parental leave.
There's some companies that only give you a few days or a few weeks. Mothers should have more time off to bond.
Go read what I said. I'm not going to say it. Just go read it. I'm adding to the evidence on the Red Sox cheating.
He's only going to be really little once.
Amazon proudly offers up to 20 weeks of fully paid leave for hourly employees.
My hair loss was a reminder of my age. I started noticing losing my hair in my late 20s. What really stuck out about Roman to me was the simplicity aspect, the confidentiality aspect. It made me feel like I could tell them anything. When I started first seeing results, I got excited. It makes me feel younger.
If you know what to look for, you can see the rigging in any sports game.
Fantastic.
So
We're good friends now. I love Roman and the fact that it works.
This is one heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Java Joe.
if Joe Musgrove leaves the Padres, that ad will get deleted. So.
Great look at this beautiful ballpark in Kansas City.
All right, Matt Barnes just got rocked by the Orioles.
Carlos, I always felt like this is one of those places that every time you come.
They only scored a run off him, but they knocked him around. It should alarm Red Sox and Red Sox fans.
Honestly, I mean, use the fountain. They make it so pretty out there. The crown in center field. Scoreboard, very impressive.
Aaron Boone going to go to another one of his high-quality relievers. Clay Holmes in for the bottom of the 8th inning. On our Hyundai scoreboard, the Yankees lead this one 3-0. Salvador Perez Perez makes a sinker off the plate for ball 1. Perez 0 for 3. Holmes made his 10th appearance of the season and second in as many days on Wednesday against Baltimore, earning his 2nd save of the season.
It's gotta be so difficult for hitters to, you know, like make those type of adjustment. Like when the bullpen come, you know, you're facing one guy, and the next time you're facing a different guy. It's gotta be so hard to adapt.
It's only hard to adapt if you're overthinking it. If you're just going through the first pitch in the zone, it's easy to adapt. Because all I do is go over a pitch in the zone and put a good swing on it. Right to Donaldson. One up, one down in the 8th. Chapman is starting to get ready in the pen.
Hitting 130, you know, that's less than probably what he weights. So a lot of times, you know, like when you see those averages like that, it's gotta be so hard.
There's a 2-run run by Kyle Schwarber, put them on top of the Mets. The Phillies on top of the Mets. Golfed it out to right center. Just a blast.
You know, this is the type of game. If you look at the Yankees, Carlos, coming in 14-6, right? They scored 12 runs in last night's game. Kind of blew it open offensively. This is a little tighter, obviously. Quality pitching from Cole, Castro, and now Holmes. Always looked at good teams. They find different ways to win, right? One night they might slug. Another night they're going to pitch. You got to be playing good defense every night. And the way the Yankees have been playing lately, putting a lot of runs on the board tonight, not so much, but the pitching has been there.
Yeah. And honestly,
they put enough on the board to hold the Royals at bay. A bad Royals team at bay.
Everyone has pitched today, being able to give the team.
The 2 up, 2 down now, and he's looking for a quick 8th inning. Only 5 pitches from Holmes. And it's going to be a 6th pitch. No, IKF lets another one through.
Dozier is on with 2 down. It's going to be scored a base hit.
Just one of those plays where you slide and you end up a little bit ahead of the baseball. I like the effort. I love the effort.
Love the effort, and I love if you're Trevino behind the plate, you know you have your right-handers locked in, right? 3 ground balls. When Holmes is at his best with that good 2-seam fastball, gets a lot of grounders. Catches a piece of Bobby Witt Jr. That's tough. Not a good spot.
Fishy.
Every time you see
By the way, gambling companies make big money when the sports games are rigged. Think about that one for a second.
What's going to come out? Seems like he's walking to third base, so shaking hands. Strendy's there. He's young. When you're young, man, like you can get away with so many things.
Matheny takes it back to the dugout. Looks like Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be all right. Take another look at it. That 2-seamer just starts running and you can't get away from it.
He's already committed, and that ball is coming toward you. There's nothing you can do to try to get away from them. That's a great.
Well, what looked like it might be an easy 1-2-3 inning for Holmes. Now he's getting interesting. First and second, 2 down. Aroldis Chapman starting to get his gun hot. Bring up Kyle Isbell. He's 0 for 3 on the night.
So 1-0 now. When you mow the first 2 down, this doesn't happen. This is rigging right here. And I believe IKF has to be involved in it, such as a gambling company blackmailing him to play bad. Give the Royals chances.
Very, very top sinker right here.
That's in the zone, but called the ball. And also mowing the first 2 down, that doesn't look like he's trying now.
Chapman getting ready.
Let's go check here just a second. That ground ball was an easy one to pluck. He had to miss that on purpose. It's right there. He didn't put his knee down. He knocks it down and has an out.
Kind of left playing defense, kind of like to the right side of the
2-1 count here, and that was the best pitch he's thrown in 3 batters, by the way.
Toward the hole, so shortstop is in play. A lot of time, lefty, you're a little late. That's fine right here because you can find that hole.
2-1 pitch. This broadcast as a whole has been painful to watch. No Ryan Rucco. John Flaherty is not a good play-by-play announcer. And that's going to be an easy play for Rizzo. Inning over, Yankees 3 outs away from a W. Yankees 3 runs on 7 hits and an error. Royals no runs on 7 hits and an error.
At Amazon, hourly employees earn benefits that support themselves.
Chapman warming up, hasn't pitched since Tuesday.
Like healthcare on day 1 and up to 20 weeks of fully paid leave for new parents. But that's just the start. We're always improving for our employees and their families.
Go deep with BetMGM. Live betting from the first pitch to the final out. Money lines, run lines, totals. Boost your payoffs with parlay boosts and cash in on every punch out and big fly. Sign up today. Your first bet is risky over $1,000 with bonus code BIGFLY.
Because you're forever connected by love. 2 touching center diamonds representing the connection you share. This Mother's Day, celebrate with the Forever Connected collection. Only at K.
It's hard to describe the feeling.
2-1 homer from Yelich. It's now 8-1 Cubs. Trail.
Driving through up to 20 inches of water, almost like it isn't there at all. Or hearing everything while being surrounded by nothing. But once you step inside the all-new 2022 Wagoneer, you get used to it pretty quick.
Get 0.9% financing for 60 months in the all-new Wagoneer Series 2 and Series 3. Scan to schedule a test drive at a Wagoneer dealer near you.
Hunter Renfroe goes back-to-back, making 9-1 Brewers over Cubs.
To a 3-0 lead as we take this baby to the ninth. 7 hits apiece. 8-9-1 for the Yankees. Connor Falefa, Trevino, and DJ LeMahieu.
Michael K. hardly ever does road games, if you're wondering about that. So here's IKF. That's in the dirt. If he does not homer here, this will be the first time in his career he did not have a home run in April.
Connor Falefa 0-for-2.
He had 13 times he did not get a home run in a month, but April he'd always homered in. Be the first time in April. He'd done it in June and May and July. There's always had a home run in August, and September he had 1 month. He did not hit a home run. I went back and I checked that. Just for the heck of it.
Bolaños has really come to pitch for the Royals and has really stopped the Yankees offense.
There's no I in that name. It's Bolaños.
Connor Falefa heading the count 3-0.
The accent's over the end, so it's Bolaños.
Ninth inning, make this one a little bit more comfortable. There's a strike.
3-0. And if you did not know, back in the 70s, early 70s, Japan perfected a ball flight control system. They've been using a Sadahara O to get him over 150 home runs. If you don't think the MLB's using that, you got another thing coming. I'm saying ball flight run has to be that. What that is, they make a rubber ball, as usual for the rubber core, and there's another walk. 6 walk for the Yankees to 5 strikeouts.
Bolaños kind of even with his pitches. 33% curveball.
Yankees 1-0 on the year where they draw at least 6 walks.
And only 19%
in most balls, unlike the dead ball, where it's just a twined ball with a leather cover, with the regular ball, it is a core. It's a rubber core. Can be hard rubber or hard plastic. And what they do is they put the little electromagnetic system inside that's remote controlled in all the balls. Only costs about $5 per system. And then all you have to do is trigger that thing to change the spin. You can change how far the ball goes. You can make it spin faster and it'll go further. Slow the spin down and it'll go shorter. There's no saving they can do with it. They can even move one right to left if they change the spin right. And get it to a feeler, wouldn't have got to a feeler otherwise.
You know what Carlos said?
So 1-0 to Trevino.
We all like to get our hits.
No accent in his name, so it's not Trevino, it is Trevino.
Boy, if you can finish this one up, working with Garrett Cole, that's kind of Falefa's on the move. Perez
Stolen base, they're going to cheat to call him out. Clearly in, and they cheat to call him out. The Yankees need to challenge that.
Quick release right on the
Clear as day, safe.
John, he makes it look so easy. Kind of Falefa had a decent jump.
You can see he's in there. Clearly safe. The Yankees need to challenge that. He's clearly safe.
Great throw by Salvador Perez.
Carlos,
Foot on bag before the tag gets him. And the Yankees aren't challenging, they're giving up the base runner.
Something today's catchers have learned to do.
That has to be rigged for the Yankees to challenge that one.
Follow through where he really finishes out in front of his body to get that good backspin rotation and carry through the bag. Perfect mechanics. Take another look from the knee. Lots of follow through. Really gets on top of it, which gives you four-seam rotation and it carries through the bag instead of dying out.
82% ground ball rate for Clay Holmes this year.
John, a lot of times.
And full count on Trevino.
Like this guy is like 6'4".
6'5".
Look at him.
Carlos Perez is 6'5".
Making a perfect throw to second
That's why he's saying Gary Sanchez should make play catcher is a joke. Made no sense. Because Perez is much bigger than Sanchez.
To the Kansas City Royals. They have done it for such a long time.
Check swing, didn't go.
Did not go. That's walk number 7. Second time Yankees run at least 7 walks in a game. The Yankees. I want to know when they do that. Last time they drew 8 when they got that. So second straight walk.
Looks like they got that one right.
Yeah, it did not look like he went. Another cheater for the Red Sox is Ryan Brazier. You did not know that. It was obvious.
One down, bring up DJ LeMahieu. Big, slow breaking ball for a strike.
See, the Yankees have walked today 7 times. So they have seen a lot of pitches, which is good as an offense when guys are walking.
Can LeMahieu get a hit today?
Quality at bats.
This is going to be the at-bat.
And passing the baton to the guys behind.
And yes, that ball control technology talked about, you could affect a pitch with it. You have to activate it as soon as the pitch leaves the pitcher's hand. That's in the dirt, 1-1. Aleños having a struggle here in the 9th.
It's kind of rare, right, to see LeMahieu 0 for 4. He make you used to.
Even they're suspicious at the 0 for 4.
Hitters find a way to get a knock here, right? They salvage their night.
You can tell that they're suspicious. DJ doesn't have a hit today.
Back after tomorrow, the mediocre hitters like myself
Bounced in 2-1.
And probably a double play ground ball. Not for DJ LeMahieu.
He's such in control when he's hitting.
5 through 7 the Yankees lineup, by the way, now 6 for 9 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. So that's where a lot of the action came from right there. The other run was Donaldson. That's fouled away, 2-2. I think, yep. MLB TV should never fall behind. Now it does. So 2-2 pitch.
And when you're capable of doing that,
and full just foul. That looked like it was going to be fair. The last second moved like 4 feet into foul territory.
Hit hard the other way.
And they cheat to get LeMahieu out.
So LeMahieu 0 for 5, a rare 0 for 5 for DJ LeMahieu.
Well, D, you have to be thinking, you know what, I'm 0 for 5. It's 3-0. Let's win this ball game. Please make me feel good about today's day.
Looks like it's going to be Chapman in the bottom half of the ninth. As Josh Donaldson comes up to the plate 0 for 2.
See, even though Josh Donaldson is getting his walks, I know he
Donaldson took a couple balls.
He wants to hit doubles. He wants to hit the ball out of the ballpark. He wants to basically impact the baseball the way he knows Josh Donaldson can impact the baseball.
Up. Perez and Santana, it's all Perez's glove.
And Yankees catch a little bit of a break there.
The communication was a factor on that play right there. Both of them called the ball.
Two veteran players, too. That just can't happen.
You know what? As a hitter, sometimes that's all you need. You need a break to get back into your bat. Donaldson faced Bolaños previous at bat was talking about the slow curveball.
The 0-2. That's a slow curveball. Flips it into right field. That's going to find some grass.
That'll roll to the corner. It's going to be a 2-out double.
With a 2-out double.
Second, third, 2 down now. And that should raise Donaldson's batting average near 200, if not over 200. And Rizzo comes up with an RBI opportunity.
So many times after the error.
That's the type of hit that'll get you going.
You know, basically that play right there give Donaldson the opportunity to.
And now that should be an error on a foul ball like that. If he still gets out, it should not be an error. That it should be.
To second base.
Oh yeah.
Did that make you smile?
And you mentioned that slow curveball that he talked about, right? He remembered, went down, flipped it to right field. Beautiful. Mike Matheny intentionally walked Anthony Rizzo, so it'll be bases loaded with 2 down for Giancarlo Stanton.
Give me a second.
I know that, you know, third base open, 2 outs. Rizzo's been hot at the plate, swinging the bat well. But let me tell you, Giancarlo is not a piece of cake either.
No.
He can make you pay and pay you. You know, he can make you pay.
And that intentional walk had to get his attention, right?
Yes.
Not too many times they walk a hitter to get to Stanton. See if he can make him pay. First pitch fastball for a strike.
So they walked Rizzo, his second walk to the Yankees, 8th of the day, second time they've drawn at least 8 walks.
Sometimes you can take it.
They are 1-0 when they do that.
You're walking Rizzo to pitch me. Let's see what happened here.
I'd love to see a grand slam from Stanton here. Even a gap shot would be awesome.
All the way from the beginning of the game.
People ask me if I'm going to get a regular office chair. I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. Oh, 1 to Stanton. That's bounced in, and it's 1-1.
Salvador. Seems like the pitch come. He pressed a button, and what happened? What happened in Bolaños' head was something different.
That is a bad feeling when you're behind the plate. Looking for a breaking ball, you get the two-seamer, and give Perez credit for being able to, catch it.
That's gotta be so hard. You're expecting something soft, and all of a sudden, here's the heater.
Shot right back up.
That is off the pitcher. They cheat their way out of that bases loaded rally. Wow, that makes the Yankees 8 out of 13 on the year. They scored 8 times with 13 bases loaded opportunities. Interestingly enough, of the 5 times they were out, it's the 4 times they had 2 outs.
Benefits that support themselves and their families.
4 of the 5.
Benefits like healthcare on
Anyways,
day one.
once with 2 outs they scored. That was a walk.
But that's just the
Or excuse me, a wild
We're
pitch.
always improving for our employees and their families.
My hair loss was a reminder of my age. I started noticing losing my hair in my late 20s. What really stuck out about Roman to me was the simplicity.
Reese Hoskins unloads for a home run. Bottom 10th, runners on the corners.
When I started first seeing
Or
results, I got excited.
bottom 10th tied at 1. Orioles have a chance to walk off the Red Sox, drop them to 9 and 13.
We're good friends.
Phillies down 4-1 on the Mets, so the Mets are going to lose, and the Yankees going to have the best record in baseball. Because they finish off these 3 outs.
Heck of a script. Looking for a little bit of history tonight. Ground ball. Kim will go to first. It's their first no-hitter in franchise history. Jolly Joe, no-no.
For me, one of the best things about life is that to keep moving forward, you discover exciting abilities. You define who we are, and how we live our lives.
Now, if you don't think teams would invent ball control and use ball control stuff to try to win, you're out of your mind. They're going to do anything they can to win.
Hawks make their Atlantic League home debut against the Lexington Legends. Stream the action starting at 7 p.m. exclusively on the Yes app. Some of the notable players: Cody Clemens, son of Roger Clemens; Kelsey Whitmore, first female professional player in an MLB associated league; and the Ferry Hawks manager, of course, is Eduardo Alfonso. Aroldis Chapman takes over. This will be his
See if
10th game.
Chapman can lock down his 5th save. He's 4 for 4 in save opportunities. No ERA.
7 in the 3rd innings, has struck out 11, and the Yankees
Very
looking for
reminiscent
their
of last
8th
year's
win in a row, and the Yankees
earliest
closer
season.
trying to close this one out.
Impressive how Chapman has been able to keep his velocity since he got to the big leagues. Hard thrower early in his career. Now he had a few pitches to the repertoire. Little split, little slider, and as a hitter, it's gotta make it so much difficult. Because before he was a fastball pitcher.
3 outs away. Then we'll call it a night. I might have for him to store get some coffee.
It's going to be 9-1-2 for the Royals. Edward Olivares having a good evening, couple of hits. Trying to get something going for the Royals.
And the pitch from Chappie.
Chapman's first pitch, fastball.
That was in the zone, but called the ball. It was clearly in the zone. Now lower inside
That
corner.
to be the best scenario for a closer to come in to pitch a game. Winning by 3.
The Yankees win this. They'll shut a team out for the 4th time this year. They've been shut out 3 times.
You still have the opportunity to close the game.
Way outside.
Misses behind in the count 2-0.
Orioles have first and second, none down in the bottom of the 10th. So, Salvador on for the Red Sox against Robinson Trinos. My Trinos, I'm dropping a bunt down.
Castro came in, Holmes, and now Chapman. There's a strike.
And that's a strike.
Yankees looking for their 8th win. Looking to take the second game of a 3-game set. Luis Severino on the mound tomorrow afternoon.
Likely sweep with Sevy on the mound tomorrow. Interesting calling him out.
Out there and have a little talk. So it looks like there'll be a pinch hitter on deck. Manuel Rivera.
John, do you think like every pitch is using the pitch calm this year, or there's some guys that are not using it?
Yeah, it looks like Salvador Perez isn't using it. You know, most of the teams are trying to use it and get comfortable with it. The Yankees have kind of dove in head first with the pitch calm, but looks like Chapman's having a little problem with it here tonight.
He's ran out of battery.
Gleyber Torres might have switched his with Chapman's.
Take a look at the Reese Hoskins over here for a second. Oh, that's a hanger, and he just belted it and over the original fence there at City Field. Not the moved in one. Well, cleared that one too.
Speaker on his head. Having trouble listening to the.
This is a pilot program with this catcher electronic system. They can relay it without any signs down. I don't like it because it's too easy to hack that signal and know what's coming.
Crossed up, and you also want to get Chapman into a rhythm out there, get on the same page, try to have a clean 9th inning.
Oh, what happened with the camera angle?
Running the count.
That was
2-1
weird.
to Oliver.
Camera in center field's not shaking near as much. It's fouled away 2-2.
See, and for a hitter, this pitch right here
Edward Olivares.
is not fair. You know why? Because a lot of times you're thinking this guy is a fastball thrower, and all of a sudden, like he ended up throwing that slider right there. It's so hard to be in both pitches.
A lot of options now. Is it going to be the fastball, slider, or the split?
It's a bounce to the right side, and Chapman tags it for the out. He did not know Olivares was right there, and he bumped into him, and he's like, "Oh, you okay? You okay? You okay?"
When I watch Chapman, I still can't tell if it's a slider or a split. Sometimes the slider's down and in.
That's a split. Split.
Yeah, that one looked like a split. Didn't have the slider movement.
Chapman is such a good athlete. Was able to get to that ball super fast and get the out himself.
Oh, we're going to have a pinch hitter, Emmanuel Rivera. See the numbers, 17 games at AAA, 293 home runs, 4 RBIs.
Manuel Rivera. He is related to Mariano Rivera, but like Dick Cousins, like a second cousin type thing. And Rivera is one of those Spanish names where they are all related pretty closely. No matter what country they're from, they're related. It's one of those weird ones like that. Just like McFarland from Scotland. So no 1 coming in here to Rivera, who is pitch hitting for leadoff man, is over 4 2 Ks. So that's the line out there. LeCastro's got it. 2 up, 2 down.
me tell you, he make me look.
The Yankees have scored 100 runs in April. Only 21 games in April, so it's not the Presidents with 30 games, but still 100 runs in April. First time they've done that since 2017. Remember what happened then? They got an out.
Chapman is all smiles right
And
now.
out a game from the World Series.
Castro took over for Joey Gallo, left with some groin tightness. And the Yankees 1 out away from.
Don't be surprised if Duhart plays left field tomorrow. If Gallo can't play.
Take the first 2 games of this 3-game set here in Kansas City.
The Yankees will complete this 3-0 shutout. Hold the game and half lead in the AL East. That's wide. Then add another game to the lead over the Rays. The O's walked off the Red Sox, so they'd continue to bury the Red Sox. They'd be about 6.5 games out of the AL East lead. The Red Sox are not a playoff team. Not even close. I knew they were overrated going in, but I didn't know they were this bad.
In previous years, this time he just like.
The Yankees beat them 2-1 in the series in the Bronx, and ever since then they've fallen. That's in the dirt, 2-0.
He's a guy that can contribute a lot, not only with his bat, but also with the speed on the base pad and also defensively.
The Royals down 3-0. Merrifield just looking to get on base.
People ask me, what would I do if I became commissioner? I'd immediately void out 8 World Series. Maybe 9. 95, which I'd give to the Red Sox, the Indians, rightful winners. 2001 to the Yankees. 2003 to the Yankees. 2004 to the Yankees. 2007 to the Indians. 2010 and 11 to the Rangers. 12-13 to the Tigers. 14 to the Royals. 17 to the Yankees. 18 to the Dodgers.
2-1 ground ball up the middle.
IKF ends it. The Yankees have won it. And I'd void out awards won by those teams, everything. I would handcuff the cheating completely. So Yankees get the win, a shutout. Yeah, hit the like, everybody. Get the likes up there. It helps everybody come to see the videos and everything. So every team cheats. Every pro team. It's all about the money. Think about it this way. If an owner knows by telling his team to lose, he can make millions of dollars with a bet, what's he going to do? Yeah. Cheating is prevalent in pro sports. Until that is out, well, you will not see fair sports. Anyways, been fun. Have a great night, everybody.